Ito na ang pangatlong araw, the third day of the battle of Fangs kontra Pelo, race to 63. So ngayon sa ating third day partner, ito na yung race to 63 na sinasabi natin, yung pagtatapos ng labanang Anthony Raga kontra Carlo Biado. Once again, good evening po sa lahat ng mga Shark Fanatics over at Facebook and YouTube Live. This is AJ Ong with Canon Dairit.
Yes, and of course, good evening to all of our fans here in the Philippines and to the rest of the world. Good morning, good afternoon, whatever time zone you are in. And we are happy to have you for the final day. This is for all the marbles. It is the race to 63, March the 12th, 2023, as Carlo, the Black Tiger Biado, squares off against the Dragon, Anthony Raga. And of course, you will not want to miss this sensational match here at Sharks, because again, we here at Sharks, we give you the best only here at the Mecca of Pool. And of course, we want to thank you all for tuning in wherever you are around the world. We are broadcasting live from the Shark Tank here in Quezon City, Philippines. So again, so of course, we'll be contesting this under WPA 10-ball rules with some modifications to make it more interesting.
Yes, of course. Ito, standard 10-ball rules pero meron tayong push-out or safety after the break.
That's right. And the reason we are doing this is to, again, make it interesting, make the players really think on their feet. Talagang force them to really start off on a defensive footing na hindi lang agad takbo. And of course, we also limit their jump shots to just 5 per day. So meaning that once you use up your 5 total shots, you cannot attempt any more jump shots.
You can no longer jump. That's
and you have to find other ways, so to speak. And of course, the usual rules of push-outs apply. Like if it's a push-out, the player has an option the incoming player has either the option to accept it or to give it back to the opposing player. And of course, if there's a scratch made on the break, or a foul made on the break, then that means that it's automatic. The incoming player can run it out.
That's right. And before we start day 3, binabati po namin lahat and inaanyayahan po namin kayong sumali sa 2023 Philippine 9-Ball Open. Ang ating registration fee ay 300 lang pero dapat maging BMPAP member.
Yeah, well, that's just 500 pesos, partner. It's not naman like napuputulan ka ng braso para lang makasali dito.
Ayan. So hanggang April 2 lang po para sa Philippine Open, and for the Quezon City 10-Ball Open, it's gonna be on April the 8th.
That's
ang ating registration.
And all you have to do is just visit Hard Time Sports Bar at 59D Timog Avenue, Barangay South Triangle, Quezon City, and visit anytime between 3 p.m. or 3 in the afternoon up till 3 early in the morning. So that's our, of course, that's where you can sign up for the Philippine 9-Ball Open and the Quezon City 10-Ball Open. And of course, it's being brought to you by the BMPAP, Hard Time Sports Bar, and Sharks. Of course, let's not forget this. Etong isang talaga magpapagana sa ating mga Shark Fanatics dito. It's the return
versus SVB.
The rematch. I remember this so well, partner.
Yes.
First day 1, I got to cover day 3 of this. And they are back again, and I can't wait to see whether RoboCop can get the measure of revenge he's looking for, or if the South Dakota Kid will again reign supreme.
We shall find out. And of course, the Black Tiger will also be up against SVB. Battle Siege 2 naman po yan pagkatapos po ng laban ni Dennis Orculio.
That's right. This is another world-class match that you won't want to miss. Of course, both Shane Van Boning and Carlo Biado, proven tournament winners over the last few years. And it'll be great to see 2 tournament superstars show their stuff here at the Mecca of Pool.
At ang pagbabalik naman din ni The Slayer, Levan Corteza.
Ayun, namiss ko to.
Yan, of course. At Battle Siege 3, ito po yung huling laban ni Shane Van Boning bago siya umuwi sa Amerika.
That's right. And The Slayer from Davao City, ang kaisa-isang si Lee Van Corteza will make his return to the Mecca of Pool. And makikita po natin kung may sagot siya. And syempre, this I think might be the biggest thing yet It is
The Pearl.
the Pearl, a Hall of Famer naman to, di pa yata.
Of course.
Yun, Hall of Famer to, syempre.
Siyempre.
And of
Oo.
course, one of the best, if not the best, 9-ball player, especially in the late 80s, early 90s. This guy was unstoppable. And I believe he just made his last appearance with the U.S. team in the last Mosconi Cup.
Yes.
That's his last appearance, I think he said. So we are going to get to see him right here at the Mecca Pool. The Pearl of America, Earl Strickland. He'll be here at Sharks.
Kanan, wag natin patagalin to. Eto na,
Ayun
hinihintay ng
tayo.
mga ano natin.
Yes, that's right.
Yung huli nating poster dito, the veterans naman, Django
Oh.
Bustamante,
Yes.
Antonio Lining, and Warren Kiamco.
Ayan. These are three gentlemen
Yes.
that are respected in Philippine pool. Django, si the Warrior, and Decoy. How much better can it get than this? These three men, they will be battling each other, and you can't wait for that.
So here we go. Let's start day 3. Last night, they ended up with a scoreline of 42 games to 32. 10 ang lamang ni Anton Raga, and he's gonna be breaking to open up day 3. Here we go. Will the Black Tiger catch up? Let's find out. This break, of course, is brought to us by Andy Premier.
And let's see here. So obviously has a shot on the one. So Carlo Biado has the option to go either for a push or attempt a safety on this.
With this, definitely a safety. So hindi lang basic safety yung iniisip nila dito. Talagang gusto nilang ma-hook ang opponent nila to gain advantage. Maximum advantage.
Here, just like that.
Trying to use the table's length.
Yes. So maximum distance and all that traffic along the way. Yun
Yep.
ang target niya dito.
Ito yung sinasabi ko sa'yo, Canon, yung being 10 racks down is really difficult para sa isang player na hahabol. Oh, look at that.
Wow. Well, then again, from that distance, mahirap talaga.
Yes.
But you're right, partner. Let's go back to that deficit. That's 10 racks. That's nothing to sneeze at. The fact that if you're Carlo Biado, you have to think, how do I overhaul such a large deficit and stay in contention? And
Mhm.
yun ang nagiging challenge mo talaga. How do you overcome such a large deficit and try to make it more equal yung footing nyo?
Kung sina Anton and si Badko Johan Chua nagawa nilang humabol ng may 11 rack deficit sila, what more ang ating world champion na si Carlo Biado,
Oh,
US Open 2021
No doubt about it.
champion.
No
diba?
doubt about it.
No
It
doubt.
can happen. It can happen.
So right now he gets ball in hand and the freedom to run out.
And again, Carlo Biado, the reigning, defending Puerto Rico Open champion from last year, showing his stuff. And of course, he's been a world champion multiple times over, proving that he is one of the best in the world.
Tsaka kasama rin niya sina Rubelin Amit and Johan Chua dun sa World 10 Ball, yung team.
Of
yung
course.
Team battle ng Predator.
Of course.
They won.
He led the team to victory. He basically was the most veteran, experienced player of the team, and he helped
Yes.
give Johan and Rubilen the confidence to conquer the world and make Team Philippines the victors in the World Team Championship.
Okay, so let's be clear here kasi may nakikita tayo sa comments na nagtatanong pa rin, changed man, tanong dito, bakit una placing ginagawa nila? Like just what we said earlier, our players need to play a push out or call for a push out or call a safety shot right after the break. Yun po yung rule dito.
That's right.
Yung dagdag rule lang, pero it's still WPA 10 ball rules.
That's right. Kasi ang
Yeah.
objective natin dito is we're trying to avoid the simple break and run lang. Kasi yung break and run, it's kind of yung ang dali matabak eh. But if you have at
that's
least
predictable, di ba?
Yeah. But if you have this, then it gives both players more equal footing. So the one who will win here is the one who is better in the defensive department.
That's right. And hindi naman ibig sabihin na hindi importante yung Sargo dito. Importante pa rin yung Sargo for them to gain advantage na sila yung unang maglalaro ng safety.
Yes, exactly. And again, we're doing this only for the professional level. I mean, if it's amateur parade, we'll still do
The regular
rules.
rules.
No modifications.
That's right. And of course, marami ng mga nakaabang dito sa ating comment section like John Carlo Biado. Nako, it's been a while ang anak ni Carlo. Aba, kailan ka sasali naman? Gusto namin makita kang diba?
What's the word
Mahilig
for
sa bilyar.
What's the word for that? Yung sa bagay, we were already talking about the father and son scotch doubles. Baka pwede naman natin kunin
Father's
silang
Day?
dalawa. Silang dalawa.
Mas lalong hindi na ako sasali niyan kung kasama si Carlo dyan.
Hindi, ano lang. Hindi will do the commentary. Kayo dalawa ni Tito George ang
Diba?
mag-commentary.
Pwede yan. Pero dapat the rest, puro pro. Anyways, Anton was able to catch that rack and to snatch it from Carlo Biado. Kanina, ball in hand si Carlo. Pero
Yun.
somewhere along the way, yun ang nangyari.
Yun.
Missed that 4 ball.
We also want to greet good evening to Marlu Tolentino Abellana. Sabi niya, shout out boss kay Seth Carlo and Planilla Lirio. And also kay Maunyo Romel. Sabi niya, shout out kay Romel Togonon Maunyo from Claver, Surigao.
Yun.
So, live all the way from Mindanao. Magandang gabi sa inyo.
And of course, we also have Jeff Olerio, Gary Villegas from Iligan. So far sila lang muna ang nagko-comment dito. Kaya babalik po kami after this break. Carlo Biado will be breaking next.
Secret weapon of champions. Battle tested. Engineered to perfection. The tip of the spear. Core Q-tips. Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
Of course, partner, I'd want to have this. It's the official table here at Sharks. It is the Acura, the Mr. Song Acura tables engineered by Rasot Billiards of China. Very sleek, very lovely table. And it's so simple. You want to get yours? All you have to do is contact Mr. Jojo Sanchez at 0920-923-8752 or send him an email at govman10@yahoo.com.ph to get your own Acura tables engineered by Rasot Billiards.
Okay, and again, we are back dito sa ating Battle of Fangs. This is day 3, guys. Pangatlong araw na po, the final day. Ngayon po natin malalaman kung sino sa kanilang dalawa ang mananalo dito. Makakahabol pa kaya si Black Tiger Carlo Biado? We shall find out mamaya po. Here comes Carlo for the break. And this break is presented by Andy Premier.
So 9 ball down, and same with the 4. So Carlos gonna have the option to go safe or go push.
May katanungan dito si Changed Man, bakit kahapon lahat ng unang tira safety kahit open naman? Well, depende naman din talaga, kaya nga it's either safety or push out.
Exactly.
Kadalasan kapag hindi nakikita yung pangunahing tira at alanganin, dun sila magpo-push out instead of going for the safety na
Yes.
wala naman silang clear safety naman na pwedeng gawin.
That's true. Kasi as
Yun.
a strategy, kasi yung maganda sa push out, it gives the player the option to put it in a position na if let's say solely sa kanila, may magagawa pa sila.
Mhm.
Whereas if they go straight away for the
safety.
safety, kung kung mali yung angle, there's a risk pa baka mag-foul sila and then they'll give ball in hand dun sa opponent nila, which will be loss of rack.
Yes, that's right. Usually pag call or pag yung kino-call nila is push out, hindi nila ilalagay sa alanganin masyado kasi pag binalik sa kanila, problema din nila yon. Okay, another chance to get a good start today. Kasi kanina, he had ball in hand but failed to grab the rack. Now, may isa pa siyang pagkakataon dito ulit. So with the lay of the land, there shouldn't be any problem here for Carlo. Actually, kinausap ko nga si Carlo after na matapos yung day 2 natin. He actually stayed for a couple of minutes here sa mesa and parang inisip niya bakit ganito yung nilaro niya today. Of course, he was very disappointed sa kanyang performance.
Yes.
Kaya bukas sabi niya sa akin, hey, bukas pa naman and talagang pipilitin niyang masungkit ito.
Well, that tells you the kind of person, the kind of player that Carlo Biado is. That's why he's won a lot of world championships.
That's right.
Because he embodies the never say die spirit.
Yes.
Yung tipong, as long as I have game, as long as I can still play and shoot, I have a chance to win. Ganun siya palagi.
Without a doubt, a mindset of a champion indeed. There you go. So, back to a 10 rack deficit. 34 for Carlo, 43 for Anton.
And of course, Toti Malibot saying good
33
evening.
rather.
That's fine, partner. No problems.
Oh my.
Don't worry, we'll get you some DeLonghi coffee, partner.
Yeah, I really need some DeLonghi. Buti na lang napasok mo yan.
Yeah.
Maraming salamat sa DeLonghi Coffee and Coffee Machines.
And Pau Opao is watching from Tagbilaran City, Bohol. Thank you for tuning in. At si Calvin Villaruel, pa-shoutout po, watching from General Luna, Quezon Province. Shoutout din kay 30 Villaruel, isang rising star ng General Luna. Aba, yan ang gusto natin panoorin. And speaking of panoorin, ayan, panoorin po natin after this quick break si Anton the Dragon Raga after this quick reminder.
Secret weapon of champions. Engineered to perfection. Battle tested. A warrior spear. Cod jump cues. Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
And by the way, congratulations to our Top Guns winner, Judy Pascual, ang probinsyado, for winning Top Guns earlier. Great job by Judy as he fended off some very game challengers in Brian Flores, and I'm trying to recall who the other one was. But yeah, great job by Judy Pascual from all of us here at Sharks Hard Time Sports Bar and Andy Billercloth. Congratulations, and let's hope we can see you very, very soon.
Kanina ito, no? Tama, no?
Kanina lang.
Si Juni with Marvin Bangin,
Yeah, si
Abisamis.
Marvin Abisamis and
the
si
other one?
Brian Flores.
Brian Flores.
Yes.
Yan. At nagwagi po doon ay si Juni Pascual.
Yep.
Here we go. Anton Raga looking to get to 44. That break, of course, is presented by Andy Premier.
And of course, and remember when Dennis was doing the interview with Anton Raga just before the start of day 1, grabe yung ano. I mean, it actually gave me an idea that maybe eventually we should come up with a program where we actually get to interview the players like that, let them entertain questions and all that. Kasi ano siya eh, it would be interesting program. I'm sure a lot of people would tune in for that.
Yeah.
They'd love to hear their profiles of their favorite players.
We've thought of that years back nung pagsimula pa lang ng Sharks, pero wala tayong time for that. Kaya tuloy-tuloy lang na puro action dito.
Yeah, of course.
Kaya si Dennis, ginagawa niya every 10-man ring game kapag nagkakaroon ng pagkakataon, he's trying to pull someone new or
That's
kung
true.
sino man yung willing na makipag-interview
That's true, yes.
para may konting info tayo about that certain person.
Of course, of
Yun.
course. Always a great one there. And yun, over on YouTube, 77 Pool Highlights says, magandang gabi mga idol. Salamat sa iyong pagbati. And Ronald Raffle says, pa-shoutout po boss from Ubay in Bohol. Ayan, magandang gabi din sa inyo dyan. And,
Option.
Ooh! Yeah. Well, again, this is a call ball game, so flukes are generally not a thing.
Yes, they aren't allowed. Kaya option ng incoming player whether to take it or to pass it back. In this case, looks like he's not going to pass this back because he has a clear shot here on the 1. Center. Oh, okay. Kaya pa rin na makontrol from that distance. So with this, he might just stun. He could probably just stun and take the 4 ball to the far opposite corner. Tinitin niya na maigi baka kasi makalawit niya tong 4. He might also go rail first kung sakasakali. Just like that.
Yeah, I think it did look a bit close.
Yep. Mr. Dominador Chan, may question siya dito. Before anything else, I just want to know why Carlo Biado was a no-show at current world competitions held in the US. What seems to be his problem? Can anybody please give me some enlightenment?
Actually, 77 Pool Highlights did answer it. Carlo Biado is coming off some recent much-needed surgery.
Yes.
And of course, I think, and I would assume that the doctor's advice would be to at least not do any extensive travel kasi syempre, iba pa rin if you're seated in a plane for several hours.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
kailangan talaga full recovery pero hindi naman niya hinahayaan na nakaupo lang siya or nakahiga lang.
Yes.
So, once in a while, nakakapagtira-tira siya pero pinagbawalan siyang pumuwersa.
Yes.
Yun lang. Oo.
Yeah. But we're sure that soon enough we will see him back in his
In full
usual
form.
Yes.
That's right.
We're just gonna give Carlo all the space he needs to fully recover and fully come back to top form.
Tsaka kung mapapansin nyo ngayon, compared dun sa picture niya sa poster natin, may may halatang pagbawas ng kanyang timbang, lalo sa muka.
Yes, that's true.
Diba? Pati sa kanyang pangangatawan. Pero hindi ibig sabihin nun dahil dun sa sakit niya, dahil nalaman din niya na kinakailangan din niyang mag-diet.
Yes.
Mag-iba
yes.
ng diet.
Yeah. And it's not a bad thing. I mean, if it's going to make him put him in better shape to win even more, then why not?
That's right. Definitely kasi feeling ko hindi siya particular sa kanyang diet before.
Mm-hmm.
So ngayon since nag-run siya ng blood tests, may nalaman siya na kinakailangan niyan talagang magkaroon ng special diet.
That's right. Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
Look at this.
Wow.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
So apparently the 9 ball doesn't pass the 10. So he went for a cross corner bank on the 9 and somehow he gets a decent position here on the final ball.
That's right.
All pocketing here. Oh my. And this will definitely sell out.
Well, there you go. And by the way, while we're at
That
it,
is tough.
While we're at it, by the way, our colleague si Kelvin Nanyong saying, shoutout po sa aking mag-ina.
Oh, Kelvin's
My
here.
Queen, Angelica Nanyong, and to my Princess Renoa Hartili Nanyong. We're still here at Tongyang Plus. Malapit ng bankrupt sa mga kinakain namin.
Sana all. Nako, talaga naman.
Oh, sana all. Kelvin, you know what to do. Bring some back here later.
Mahal dyan ah.
Eh,
800 plus ata dyan.
They chose it, partner.
Ayun
He
na.
has to live with it.
Ayun. Sana all na lang kung
Sana
ganon.
all.
Anyways, unexpected miss there. Pero may
Yeah.
konting distance naman pero for his caliber, na yun eh.
Yes.
Kuha na dapat sana.
That's
So
true.
ngayon medyo nanlalamig pa ng konti ang ating mga players.
Right. And now we're going to see if Carlo Biado can bounce back from that when he is up to break next. Here we go!
Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
Oh, and here, of course, the winner of our 10-player ring game from yesterday is this man, Jake Hujaynard Orke, wins in spectacular fashion, leading the trifecta along with Rafael Molina and Paul Dogs Bergonia. So that's 10-4-6 for our trifecta, and congratulations especially to Jake Cool from all of us here at Hard Time Sports Bar, Andy Billiard Cloth, and Sharks, your Mecca of Pool.
Bernie Bautista also tuning in with us. And shoutout daw kay pareng Romnick ng South Korea.
Pati rin si pa-shoutout din daw si Uncle George.
Uncle George.
Kaya pala. And si Gary Villegas all the way from Iligan City, of course. Yan.
Markang Pinoy. Yan, si Mark Rodriguez laging nakatutok araw-araw.
At saka si Jake si Loren, sabi niya, natulog ako maghapon para lang dito. Kanina naman si Mrs. Hindi ko tutulugan to. Quick tip lang from a married guy. Labig lang yan. Todo labig bigay mo kay Mrs.
Tsaka,
I'm sure she will understand.
Hayaan mo siyang mag Korean novela. Dito ka mag Sharks novela dito.
Oo. And that break is brought to you by Andy Billiard Cloth. And look at this. Wonder what the Dragon has planned for this shot.
Well, safety, cue ball safety. So, sa kabila naman yung Pato dito with some right spin. There you go. Utilizing those balls at the middle, but hang on. Could this be a combination to the 7? Does he have enough? He called it.
Uh-huh. So, well, sa mga nagtatanong kung ano yung premyo dito, well, let me say it in words that it's understood. Yung premyo niyan, it's enough na pumunta sila dito.
Exactly.
Kasi it's certainly not just 10 pesos or 20.
Of course.
It's certainly an
it's
amount.
enough for them to pick up their cue and head
come
to
on over.
Sharks.
And commit to a 3-day match.
That's right. And of course, M's News, Elaine Supkis.
It's Elaine. Good to see you. Always nice to see you. Yun, nagtatanong pa si Monreo Ambon, kailan po ulit pupunta sa USC Anton and Carlo? No info yet. UK Carlo, it's going to depend, I think, largely on how quickly he recovers from his recent surgical operation and yung lifestyle change, I think, that he's implemented. And as for Anton, well, it's also going to depend on when he decides to go. I mean, I think when he feels comfortable enough to go, since he already has the sponsors, he already has the paperwork.
Yeah.
All he has to do is just go there when he's ready.
Actually, kakagaling lang niya recently sa US for the Derby City Classics.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, one of our players, I think, si Keith Lundy, he actually mentioned at one time that
is it Lundy or Lunde?
Lundy, I think. Lundy or Lundy, I think.
I'm still not sure.
Yeah.
So
one of those two. But Keith basically said, I actually bet on Anton Raga when I saw him in a match, and I actually won money because of him. And I said, I said, and these guys didn't even know who Anton was, and I said, well, now they know.
Now they know. Okay, talagang excited yung mga Sharkanatics natin na makita ulit na bumalik si Anton at makasungkit, makabigay ng karangalan sa bansa. Hopefully very soon makabalik.
Oh, I'm sure he is. Actually, I think he's already been ready for a long time. It's just that he finally was able to get the time to get his papers in order, and that he was able to find the proper sponsor to actually
cover everything.
Cover his major expenses in the US. Kasi syempre, that's lodging, that's travel expenses, the food that he'll be eating, entry fees, and anything and other things that he has to pay for. So
wow, look at that shot. Oh my!
I'm not sure that was called though.
Yeah. I mean, the safety was really nice, but unfortunately, he made a ball, so that's option obviously.
Yep.
And of course, Carlo pushing it back.
Wow. And until now, the issue between with the incident involving Mika Imanen and Jeff DeLuna, still the discussion of many here. Miguel Tan's actually asking our input on it. I believe Kelvin mentioned it best when he said that. Let's also remember. I mean, sure, Mika could have done without expressing himself that way, but let's also put in mind that he's a human being, that he's also not immune to how his
Exactly.
responses, how his emotions may cause him to respond. So it's not going to affect his legacy. I don't think it will at all. Maybe it might turn off a few fans, but all in all, it doesn't affect the fact that he is still a world champion who's brought a lot of, who's brought fame to his country, who's brought honor to his own country, and to his many fans and fellow men.
And after all, we humans are emotional beings.
Exactly. I mean, of course, there's always a question of if he had conducted himself, and I certainly would agree that he could have conducted himself better in under the circumstances. But considering the contributions he's made to the sport, I would think that at least in that aspect, he does deserve a pass because, after all, for the most part, he has really brought, he has really made the sport, helped make the sport what it is today.
That's right.
Along with the likes of Efren, Django, and Earl Strickland and Shane Van Boening.
Carlo for 34.
There you go. I think Carlo just said, okay, I just needed a little, I need to warm up. And he's getting warm.
Starting to put some grease in his elbow. Ayan, ganda ng tira doon sa 4.
Yes.
Helped him to get a good position on the 3.
Absolutely. There's a reason why he is a world champion, because he makes those shots just seem so easy. So easy.
And of course, guys, we will be back after the break. It's the Dragon to break next.
Congratulations, by the way, to the winner of our 10-man professional ring game earlier today. He is the man known as K9, Michael K9. Congratulations to you from all of us here at Sharks, Hard Time Sports Bar, and Andy Billiard Cloth. And our trifecta for today is player numbers 8, 3, and 5. That's Michael K9, Jolo Aspuria, and Renemar David. So again, congratulations to you guys, especially to Michael K9 for winning the Showdown 10-player professional ring game. And of course, kay James Peter Labasano Olinan, pa-shoutout daw from watching from Bukidnon. Thank you for watching. And also watching from Alona Beach in Panglao, Bohol, RJ Gimalan. Thank you for tuning in. And that break is brought to you by Andy Billiard Cloth.
Ito, mga ibang na-miss nating mabate, like Bien ba to? Bien Monares?
Yes, bien, I think, yeah. I
And
would read
Jonard
as Bien.
Rodriguez and sina Calvin Villaruel.
Bernie Bautista, yes. Shoutout ko kay pare Romnick ng South Korea. Ay, South Korea. Nako, baka pwede akong magpabili doon na magpakuha ko ng ano doon, ng mga K-pop merch.
I didn't know that you're such a big K-pop fan.
Actually, you know what? Maybe I should just focus on Blackpink para dun sa anak ko. Kasi yung anak ko, yung anak ko mahilig sa How You Like That eh. Hindi ko lang bakit eh. Pag yan ang sa YouTube, he just goes dancing for that song. Ayun. And speaking of which, Elaine mentioned, I mentioned earlier that it's now daylight savings time in the US, which is why the time difference between the US is rolled back. So for instance, 13 hours before yung difference between New York and Manila, now it's just 12 hours.
Oh.
So that started earlier today because the transition always falls early Sunday morning.
Okay, first jump shot attempt for Anton. So that leaves both players with 4.
And that leaves Carlo with an opportunity right here.
Again, this is a total of 63. Race to 63, Michael. And shout out naman kay Manvir Obut from Mindanao.
Pati rin pala kay yan, si Alex Rabino from Romblon. Magandang gabi sa iyo. Pati si Badot Sunga Abrenica watching from Calape, Bahool. Ayan, idol niya si Anton Raga, syempre. Ayan, tsaka si Marisa Columa Navarro also was watching earlier. Shout out daw kay Paul Navarro from Antipolo City. June Lope as well. Good evening din. Watching from Damulog, Bukidnon, si Cyril Noven Pelarion. Thank you guys for watching. Ayun.
Si Alex Rabino ng Romblon din.
Yes.
Nabati mo.
Yeah. Sa taga Romblon nga pala. By the way, I hope they're I hope they're doing okay kasi that oil spill that affected Romblon. There's that oil spill recently.
From the earthquake?
No. There was a ship that sank and maraming crude oil ang nag-spill. So it affected a lot of areas. Palawan, yung Calamian Islands, all the way up till Mindoro and Romblon. Grabe yung pollution and again, very sad because it devastated a lot of wildlife. Eh, syempre, kung mangingisda ka dun, it's gonna ruin the fish that you're gonna catch.
Oh, definitely.
Wow, wildlife, if you're a
beautiful shot there.
Wow, yes.
Wow, wowee. So, 3 na lang para kay Carlo this early.
Wow, they're going all in right now, partner.
Yep. And now he's going to be taking the 5 to the side and looks like he's going to be bumping the 6 to develop the 6.
Nice. By the way, Jonathan Rodriguez, sa kayo, wala pa kaming opening dito sa Sharks. So we're still waiting for management to give the signal when we'll be accepting new players to join Sharks. But for now, we want to thank you. At saka Yuda pala, thank you for the 100 stars.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yuda. And syempre, magandang gabi and good evening to all Sharks. Sabi nga niya. Tama naman. Magandang gabi sa lahat. Zerk Vaughn is watching live from the UK. Just tuned in for a day off. Aba, the perfect way to spend your day off. The perfect way. Diba?
Pero hindi niya nasaktuhan tong 7.
Yeah.
So, looks like he may have to jump over. If not, let's see if he just kicks it 2 rails. Pasasaya rin dito sa may long rail. And hoping to make the 7 to the side or direct hit. Ooh,
that was risky.
Oh, and now
that's a gimme.
It's a gimme indeed.
And also shout out from Cebu kay Keith Abella Manayon. See? I've started to get better at reading those backwards names.
Yeah. Kahit ako rin dati, nahirapan ako.
Diba?
Pero sa tagal na rin na, parang if not 50%, maybe just 30% ng mga nandito,
diba?
Baliktad yung pangalan. Kailangan mo pa i-decipher.
Oo. So, at kay Dale Biel din also tuning in from Cebu. Thank you for watching, as always.
June Mark Medez, happy viewing.
And he's right. You can always count on Carlo, especially when it's tournament level pressure and it's all on the line. Stand talaga ni Carlo yan.
Proven and tested naman.
Yes.
Okay, Anton gets 45.
There you go. And the Dragon finds himself only 18 racks away from the finish line.
Nang inggit pa si Eric Mendoza. Ayan, batiin po natin yung ating director dito. From the very beginning, si Eric naman talaga yung nag-ayos ng lahat. Kaya, yan. Hi there, Eric Mendoza.
Ayun. And speaking of which, up next to break, it's the Black Tiger from La Union. Right after this quick reminder.
This is a new world of pool. Home of legends. A battleground where top contenders from around the for rising stars to prove they have what it takes to rank among the best. Welcome to Sharks.
And Canon, imbitahin mo ang mga interesadong sumama sa ating team.
Aba, they wanna be commentators like us. Work with you, Papa Shark. Work with me, the Great White Shark. Pwede yan. That can
Ayan.
happen. All you gotta do is just submit your resume via email to sharkjobs@protonmail.com. At syempre, sabi nga ni Kelvin, do not forget to attach your resume to the email bago mo i-send.
Sayang naman kasi.
Kasi mahirap naman yan, sayang yan. And of course, don't forget to indicate in the subject line the position you are applying for. So if you're applying for cameraman, state it there. And of course, we are looking for these positions. And if you feel you have what it takes, aba, sali na. Kasi again, we're looking for great, talented people here at Sharks.
That is right. I love you too, Eric Mendoza.
Yes, we love you 3 times a day and twice on Sundays.
Okay, so 34 games for Carlo, 45 for Anton Raga.
And Robnick Salvador is watching live from Zone 1 in Sampaquita, Bayabas, Cagayan de Oro City. Ah, nice. I was there just last December.
And of course, that break is presented by Andy Premier.
Yun. And the Black Tiger now. Well, that's a dry break, so now it's Anton Raga's turn to make a plan.
Cue ball maybe behind the purple 5. Perfect speed.
Yep. And perfect use of the 5 and 4 balls to provide some additional difficulty.
Paki-move na lang, Direk Eric. Ace Pool Live watching from New York City. Hi there.
Yeah, thank you for watching all the way from the Big Apple. Thank you for tuning in.
The concrete jungle.
Yes, it is.
Okay. And, well, 1 ball sells out. So ito yung nagiging story since day 1 and day 2. Nung una nga, ang ganda ng laban nila kasi neck to neck. We thought that hanggang day 3,
Yes.
up until today, sana na neck to neck yung labanan. Pero unfortunately, on the second day, Anton was able to really put up a good fight and, of course, get a 10 rack advantage over Carlo Biado.
That's true. Oh, by the way, looks like Patrick's got an interesting question. So we'll answer that. So we'll just show you the advertisement for the official table we're using here at Sharks, which is the Acura table engineered by Rassad Billiards. Oh, look at this. And Derek Eric also greeting, by the way, Trish Durbin. Not sure if Trish is in. I bet
she's
I think
just
she's probably
silently
just
watching.
Yeah, she's probably just hasn't commented yet.
Time to decide on what to do.
And Eric is right. That is a pretty table. Very pretty.
Okay, off the 10.
Well, again, as long as it goes into the designated pocket, no issue.
6 is in a pretty bad spot, pero
Medyo awkward.
shorter
Yeah.
side yung position dito.
Yeah. So the big question is, will he be able to get past? Oh, this is gonna look.
Fell short there.
Yeah, that was my worry. I was actually worried he might just run out of gas.
Well, all he needs to do now is kick from the foot rail, hoping to get a good result. Oh, look.
That is
at
brilliant. That is brilliant.
Perfectly executed.
That is brilliant. And yeah, Eric, actually the pockets of this table are 4.25, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, 4.25 for the quarter. Okay, simple bouncing off the foot rail, back for the 9. Sabi dito ni Derek Eric, magpapapizza daw si Zai, ang wife ni Anton.
Ah, wow.
Aba,
Pa. Who are we to
Penge.
refuse? Who are we to refuse? Who are we to refuse an offer like that?
sinasabi lang nila pero wala pang invite sa atin.
Well, but we're letting them know that just in case,
Na,
you know.
na interesado tayo.
Yes, of course.
Okay, anyways, Anton with 46. Nako, at ito, nanganganak na ulit ang kanyang lamang. So ito yung nangyari. Karon ng opening sa uno at hindi na nakabalik si si Carlo. That wasn't a gimme layout. Hindi siya yung madaling layout.
No, not at all.
So kinailangan talaga niyang i-negotiate yung kanyang pagtikot sa mesa dito
And
ng maigi.
This was the shot that really got me. Wow.
Perfect recovery there.
Yep. Very, as we would say, Efren-esque.
Efren-esque. Okay, guys, 46 games, and he's gonna be looking for 47 on the next. And he's up next, Anton Raga. Babalik kami.
Secret weapon of champions. Battle tested. Engineered to perfection. The tip of the spear. Core Q-tips. Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
This is the new breed, the new generation, the next crop who will be carrying the Philippine flag when it comes to the billiard, to the sport of pocket billiards and pool.
Without a doubt, 3 of our finest amateur players turned pro.
That's right.
Wow.
Look at this. Actually, ang biro ko nga kay Kelvin kanina, he couldn't stop laughing. Sabi ko, it looks like that KP commercial from the
KP?
90s. Yan yung shoes. Yan yung basketball shoes na binibenta sa na sponsor dati ng PBA.
Okay.
And then they had a commercial where the guys were lined up like sina Ronnie Magsano, Benji Paras, Alvin Patrimonio. They all lined up.
Gantong setup.
Yes, ganun yung setups. Kaya sabi ko, why does it look like that KP commercial?
Yeah.
Sabi ko.
That's a very pretty poster. Lahat po ng nakikita nating posters dito, gawa po ng ating technical team. Ating editing team.
Yes. Matter of fact, I actually got Bruno, the head artist, to say some words, of course, to thank the rest of the team and, of course, to thank all the fans who support Sharks. And by the way, that break is brought to you by Andy Billiard Cloth.
So, looks like a push-out situation. Walang pumasok sa sargo ni Anton, kaya si Carlo ngayon ang magpo-push out. Well,
Yeah, if I were, I would probably go for a push out because I don't have an easy shot on the 1, which means, yeah. I mean, even if he gets the 1 in, assuming that 2 is gonna be pretty difficult to navigate
Yep.
to with all that traffic.
hindi naman niya nilagay yung gantong tira kay Anton na madadalian siya.
Yep.
Kaya ito, let's see kung anong gagawin dito ni Anton Raga. Safety muna. Kumbaga pain yun no? Siguro, di ba? Pero sabi niya, ops, alam kong pain yan.
Sabi
Safety muna ako dito.
Yeah. you give me a headache, I'll give you a migraine. Parang ganun ang ano niya.
Sabi niya, I'm just gonna bite my nail here and let you just produce a safety on the 1. Also using the 4 and 3. Look at this.
Look at
That's
that.
a tight safety.
Sakto. That's the kind of safety that you would that even Efren would be like, very good.
Mhm. Pero kung si Efren yan, syempre, well, that's a good safety, but I'm gonna do a better job.
Yeah. And nice kick. The question is, what will be the outcome? Oh, pabor pa.
Well, cue ball safety, placing it behind, placing the cue ball on the low part of the table, like
Right.
malapit sa foot rail siguro, or yan dito, 2 rails. 2 rails, hoping to get some cover down table. Uh-oh.
Oh, this is gonna go. No. Yep.
Hoping for the 4 there to be a blocker, but now it's ball in hand, Anton Raga.
And of course, the dragon can now unleash his full fury.
Sayang
running
naman,
this
no?
out. Sayang lang. Oh. I actually thought for a moment that he had something going, but then the pool gods are kind of saying, not exactly.
Yeah. Anyways, batiin natin naman ang Yo's Billiards located at Linaon, Kawayan, Negros Occidental. Galing kay Tinsky Decena. And of course, Raf de los Reyes from Bulacan. Shout out to you. Also to Dan Ian Barranco Monte Alto from South Cotabato.
That's right. At yun yung shoes na sinasabi pa rin, namin siya ni
KP.
Derek Eric. KP MVP Futura shoes. Those were the shoes. na
Meron pa
sinasabi.
ba ngayon ganon?
I
O
have
phased
not
out na?
Parang KP's disappeared eh. Pero one of the older brands from then, yung World Balance is still around. So that's been around since
Kasabayan
then.
ba niya World Balance?
Yeah, roughly.
Okay.
Ayun. At saka sabi ni JR David, shoutout po sa dalawang player from Olongapo. Teka, sino dalawang player yan?
Ito si Yo-Yo. Ayan, no? Sabi niya, aba, naka-timing. Oh! Tingnan mo yung timing naman ng tirang yun.
Well,
He called that shot.
he called it.
Great shot there. Eto na, mukhang nagising na ang Black Tiger.
Uh-huh.
Natawa nga ako dun sa sinabi ni Aris Almario the other day na yung title, parang naalala niya na pwede palang maging The Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Pwede, actually. Oh, that was close. But did he leave anything?
Well, looks like it. Either that or the 5 might be slightly in the way. So let's see. It's really hard to really catch the real. Ito sa angle na to, pwede. Yan, pasok pala. Pasok naman pala. Left corner for the 5, and looks like he's going to be bouncing off the long rail, take the 6 to the side. And that's it. Another open table, open layout. Sabi dito ni Yo-Yo, akong gid pagbasa na shoot sa side pocket yung I think that was a 3.
Yeah.
Was that the 3?
I think it was the 3, yeah. Still finding it amazing.
I hope I said that right. Yung sinabi niya.
I think you said
I
it.
think may background ka rin ng ng Bisaya ba or just Kapampangan?
Kamampangan actually.
Okay.
Kamampangan yung amin. So that part I would know. Ayan. Shout out daw kay Jonathan Sepe ng North Cotabato noon from Tanse. And Jonas Lacambra says shout out kay Carl Luigi Soriano. So thank you guys for tuning in as always.
Sayang naman. No? Ang ganda sana nung tira dun sa tres, pero it's gonna be Anton to claim this rack.
Winner, Anton Raga.
And Anton Raga picks up another one as he continues crawling his way towards the finish line.
Ilonggo. Yes, sinabi ko kasing Kapampangan dahil Kapampangan ng aking partner ngayon na si Canon.
Yung father, yung
Oo.
family ko, yeah.
Kasi inisip ko, baka naintindihan niya kasi yung sinabi mo. Ako kasi hindi ko alam. Pero sinubukan kong bigkasin. Sana maayos naman yung pagbigkas ko nun.
Bonus naman, partner. I mean,
Anyways.
anyway,
Ayan.
there we go. And
47, Anton.
yun. Summer naman si Mark John Bautista. Shout out din daw. Ayan. Oh, tama daw yung pagbasa mo, partner. Oh. Si
Aba.
Tinski mismo kinonfirm na eh. Oh.
Aba, maraming salamat. Gusto ko kasi matuto rin para pag may mga audience tayong ganyan yung salita, makapagsalita ng konti.
That's great. And by the way, the Black Tiger will continue when he has his turn at the table after this.
Secret weapon of champions. Engineered to perfection. Battle tested. A warrior spear. Caw jump cues. Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
And again, guys, hanggang April the 2nd na lang ang ating registration. So, bukas po ang Hard Time Sports Bar Daily.
Ay, oo nga pala. So that means even if you drop by right now, you can actually register right now if you want,
Makahabol.
diba? Diba?
Yes.
Hanggang mamayang madaling araw naman na alas 3 yan eh. So,
That is right.
so kahit hindi ka gumising na maga, okay lang.
Okay lang.
Sa makabiyahe ka lang ng Timog Avenue dito sa South Triangle area.
That is right. Ang exact address ng Hard Time Sports Bar ay
59D Timog Avenue, Barangay South Triangle, Quezon
Quezon
City.
City.
So yung pinakamalapit na landmark po doon is yung rotonda na tumatawid sa Tomas Morato Avenue.
and Music Bank. Kung bukas pa ata yung Music Bank, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think so. Well, for the older people, baka alam nila yung location ng dating Ozone Disco.
No, yeah. Yeah, yun. Malapit doon.
Yes, malapit lang doon.
Oo.
And Wendell De Belen's asking, puro po ba Pinoy lang kalok dyan, sir? No, definitely not. We've got some international players coming. We're expecting Shane Van Boning and
To be back.
Earl Strickland to
Yep.
be here this year.
SVB to be back, and of course, that break is presented by Andy Premier. And si Earl naman, first time niya
Yes.
sa taong ito.
Ayun.
Oh, diba?
Alam ko nang gagawin ko kay Tito Earl. I will have him sit down here with me and Kelvin,
Uh-huh.
and then we will call an entire match.
Well,
Saya dun.
depende kung,
I-
di ba?
I mean,
We don't
who knows?
know. Let's see.
I mean, who knows? Ayan. Tsaka si Paul Trillano Manalo watching all the way from Pampanga. O, kamusta nakakabalen? O, salamat king support tayo king Sharks, the Mecca of Pool.
Wow. Nicely done. Behind the 5.
Yes. The kind of defense that the best players in the world would love.
Sinabi mo kanina na iimbitahin mo si Earl dito sa booth. Pwede rin kasi marami kayong matututunan talaga kay
Yes.
Earl Strickland. Isa sa tingin ko isa sa mga magaling na analysts dito.
I want to do what Dennis was able to do with Anton Raga.
Mm.
That it's both a sit-down interview and at the same time, it's also being able to call a match and see his insight.
Well, we will have that soon. Oh, wow.
That is
Nicely
beautiful.
done.
That is beautiful.
And he's perfect here, perfect shape.
Actually, yes. So he'll be able to pop out for that 4.
That's
and the rest
right.
of the rack should be about his. And Nanner Tagumos is watching live from Iloilo. And Abluma Game Yard watching from Ubay in Bohol. Ayan. Wait, I just want to ask, partner. Your family have roots there?
In
In Bohol?
nope, in Pampanga.
In Pampanga,
Arayat,
no?
Pampanga.
no?
Yeah.
Yan. O, yan, tama. Sakto. So, pwede tayo mag-ano doon. I know just the thing to get next time I'm back there. Alam ko na yung kukunin ko. But it's not sisig kasi yung sisig medyo short ang lifespan niya.
Mark Rodriguez, we have no idea kung kailan babalik si Anton sa States. Pero sana sa darating na US Open, yung susunod na US Open,
He may.
makasali siya.
Again, it's really up to Anton at this point because he has the papers, he has the sponsors. It's really up to the Dragon at this point.
That is right. And of course, there you go, Carlo with 35.
Up next, it's the Dragon, and he'll be breaking right after this quick break. Here we go! Here we go! Here we go!
Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
Good evening to you as well, Jeff Olerio. Ayan, kasama natin sa Facebook Live. And from South Korea, we've got Ronel Rejas. Magandang gabi. Wendell de Belen. Ayan, shout out sa iyo at sa iyong anak. Parating naka-cellphone daw tsaka sa asawa niya.
Kasi saan nga pa manunod ng short kundi sa YouTube at sa Facebook,
Of
diba?
course. And sa YouTube naman, si LJ Bacalya, binabati tayo, pati ang 4R Billiard Hall ng Binaliw, Danau City, Cebu.
And si Eson Ama watching at Best Friend Store from San Pedro, Laguna. And nagtrato pala si Edwin Bacason Jr. Bakit mo kasama si FN sa League of Pool ngayon? Well, actually, we're not the right people to ask there. We would assume it's his managers ang dapat kausapin dyan because they make the decision sa bookings sa mga matches that he participates in.
And of course, that break is presented by Andy Premier. And joining us is Michael Munar from South Korea. Good evening to you, Michael.
Ayun, anyong.
Anyong haseyo.
Yes.
Pero pag sa Pilipinas, ang pagkaintindi natin dito, anong sayo? Di ba?
Yun. And of course, Jonas Sacambra also saying shout out po kay Ryan Calweng ng Calweng Billiards from Cagayan. Sean Raven Red says pa shout out po Lord sa pinsan kong si Roden. Good evening po sa inyo at players. And Cyril Pelarion watching from Damulog, Bukidnon. Delbert Christian Amasen watching live from Lemery, Batangas. And of course, Trish Durbin is joining us.
She's here now.
Yep.
Earlier, Direct Eric Mendoza was trying to say hi.
Yeah. I'm assuming he's still awake about now.
Si
Direk?
Nasa baba siya ngayon
Sa baba.
siguro.
Ayun naman pala, yeah.
Nasa baba siya ngayon.
Kulitin lang natin si Direk. Oh, and speaking of which, I forgot that the 10 ball is right there.
Oh yeah, dangerously close to that corner.
So with the right opportunity, it can disappear.
And once again, guys, good evening po sa lahat ng ating mga viewers. Maraming salamat po for always tuning in. This is AJ Ong with Canon Dairit.
And we're proud to be bringing you some of the best pool players in from the Philippines and around the world here at your Mecca Pool. It's Sharks.
Oh, look at this. It's time to decide if whether to attack the 10 or take the one ball to the side.
Well,
I think he has enough here for a combination and just in case.
that's true.
And the 10 ball is called to the corner.
Oh, he's going for it. Well,
Here we go.
I wouldn't mind.
But of course, with safety in mind, maybe just playing at medium speed, using those balls at the middle. Oh, just like that. There you go.
Well, still no gimme, which is the point of it.
Yes, yun na nga. So double purpose yung shot niya. Hindi siya totally naka-fix dun sa combination.
Mhm. Yan, Milky Monte saying shout out naman daw from Barangay Basak, San Nicolas, Cebu City. Ako, yung mga kababayan ni Anton Raga, nagsilabasan na ang buong Cebu yata para suportahan ng kanilang anak, ang kanilang anak na si Mr. Anton Raga. And ito matindi. RT Barcena watching, shout out daw from Batanes.
Yan, laging nakatutok si Art.
Gusto ko ng Batanes, partner. Ang ganda doon. Mahal lang yung ticket.
RT ba? Or Art?
Art.
Pwedeng Art, kaya name niya, no?
Baka Art. Pwede rin. But personally, I would have wanted to go to Batanes kasi ang ganda doon.
Basta makawala lang tayo sa Metro Manila.
Yes.
Diyos ko.
Yes, please. Yes, please. I mean, technically, my visit to Pampanga yesterday was actually pretty good. I mean, even if it was because of my grandmother who just passed on, yon. So it was still a nice opportunity to get together with the relatives, yon, and it was wonderful though.
Looks like Kelvin is really enjoying his meal in Tongyang.
Kelvin, don't forget ha. Bring some home, bring some over here. Dan ka lang.
Bawal mag-take home eh.
Anong bawal? Kelvin.
Gawan niya ng paraan.
Kelvin, you
Gawan
have
mo
the
ng
skill.
paraan.
You have the skills, my good man. Do it.
Good.
Uh-oh.
Yun.
So, looks like the 10 ball will be called.
Yep. Ooh, I smell a 10 ball, and the question is, will it be a carom or will
Carom,
it be?
yeah.
Well, Carlo certainly not too
10 ball.
stoked with that, but that's really how it is, I guess. Joe Narcinagdas watching from Bukidnon as well. Oh, there you go.
And he puts it in.
There you
Raga extending his lead.
Ayun. And Arvin Parganel is watching from San Carlos City, Pangasinan. Thank you for tuning in. Ayan. At sa Tagaiban, Batangas din. Ito si Gilboy Guerra watching as well.
Kita mo yung reaction ni Anton, parang and then opens a bottle of water and then relaxes.
Parang, yun na yun. Okay.
Ade.
Yun na yun eh.
Nako naman.
That's it. Well, anyway, at least he already knew that someone was going to get to it. It just happened to be the Dragon. And Carlo Biado now will be next to break, and we'll be back. It's back. Well, these two guys are back. So, coming soon actually.
SVB and Dennis Orculio, may unfinished business pa kasi dito.
Yes.
Wow. And ikaw first hand kang nakapanood dun sa kanilang final day. They went hill.
Yes, they did.
62 all. And unfortunately, si Dennis, he broke dry and Shane was able to finish.
Yes. I mean, it really went to the hill. And the thing was, Dennis was trailing by double digits.
Mhm.
So, the thing was, he trailed by double digits, but somehow managed to tie to the hill, which proves that even a double-digit lead is not a guarantee, especially if you're against players of this caliber. That's why I am going to really make sure I watch this. Kung hindi ako naka-duty nito, at least siguradong hanapan ko mga nakatutok dito.
Alam mo, sakto yung timing mo nung time na yon at swerte mong napanood. Kasi para sa akin, isa sa mga pinaka, if not the only, yung ganong extent na naging exciting, di ba? Humabol ng double digits na
That's
deficit and then Nag-hill-hill silang dalawa.
Yes.
How would you imagine that?
Amazing indeed. And by the way, that break is brought to you by Andy Billiard Cloth. And, well, Anton Raga will have the opportunity to do something here.
Ken Kun from Mindoro. And sabi dito ni RT, sana ganito rin kagaling si Anton sa ibang tournament, especially short tournament.
I'm
Yeah.
sure that he'll just keep getting better. Right now, di ba nabanggit nga niya that he's only how old?
25.
And so he has a lot of room to get
Ouch.
better. Yeah. As long as he avoids stuff like that.
Mhm.
But even then, he will get better. The fact is, he's only 25, so he's going to peak. He's still
yeah,
going toward. He's still going
definitely,
toward.
yes.
He's still
Mhm.
heading towards his peak. I mean, Efren, when he was at his peak, he was already in his late 30s, early 40s already. So it's not impossible for the Dragon to
Ito,
get even better.
if you ask me sa sport na to, sa bilyar, walang edad na masasabi mong peak ka eh. Parang para sa akin na old dogs,
Yes.
hindi sabihin na kapag old dog ka na, you can't learn new tricks.
Yes.
Diba?
Efren is an example of that.
Yes.
I mean, he had a bit of a resurgence for a time after he had the LASIK surgery in his eyes.
Yung laser.
That-
Yeah.
When he had the LASIK done, it was like he started winning again. I was thought, wow. And even Django is still quite the threat to anyone on that table. I mean, all the older guys, all the older guys who might think are older, they still have something to offer every time.
Mahaba-haba talaga yung karera sa pagbibilyar kahit tumanda ka. If sa badminton, sa tingin ko, if you're heading towards 40, medyo nag-iisip ka na kasi yung tuhod mo hindi na kasing tibay dati
Yes.
from all that wear and tear.
Yes.
Pero sa bilyar naman, basta ingatan mo lang yung pangangatawan mo, yung eyesight mo, most importantly, yung eyesight.
Yes.
And yung mga kasukasuan mo, okay na eh.
Absolutely.
Hindi
Absolutely.
wala masyadong wear and tear dito sa sport na to eh.
Although, of course, maintaining a physically fit body all over is
Yes.
still
Very
a big
important.
deal.
Yeah.
Nice shot there on that 5.
Needs that 6.
All right.
Perfect.
He'll be fine.
Yep.
So just has to follow this down to where he can get to that 7. Sorry about that, Elaine. We were talking about Raga, Anton Raga being 25.
25, that's right.
And Carlos a bit older from what I recall. So, yeah, it's fine. But
Yeah, let's look up Carlos' age.
yeah.
Sa tingin ko, mas matanda lang siya ng konti sa akin.
Not far, yeah, not far.
Not really far.
No significant, yeah.
Winner, Carlo Biado.
And there it is. And speaking of Carlo Biado, he is turning 40 this year.
39 years of
He's
age.
turning 40 this year. So, well, I'm actually older than him, surprisingly. I'm older than him by a couple of years.
Surprisingly?
Surprisingly?
Just kidding.
Oh, come on. Come on. Guys like me get away with it all the time. Don't be like that, AJ. You're such a mean man.
I was just kidding. man.
Yeah, sure you were. Just kidding. Anyway, Carlo Biado proving that even at that for him 40 is the new 20 because he is still rampaging his way through this match, still refusing to back down. And as we know, never a bad time for him to keep fighting back, even if the deficit isn't in his favor.
At syempre, huwag kayong aalis. Hold on to your seats because we'll be back and Anton will be breaking on the next.
This is a new world of pool. Home of legends. A battleground where top contenders from around the world gather to become champions. A stepping stone for rising stars to prove they have what it takes to rank among the best. Welcome to Sharks.
And speaking of Carlo Biado, well, here he is. He'll be have his chance to take on the South Dakota kid, because I believe last year it was Dennis Orculio, Johan Chua, and Jericho Banyares who
Yes.
faced off. So this will be the first time that that the Black Tiger and the South Dakota kid square off mano a mano, one-on-one.
Here in the Sharks Arena.
That's right. And again, Battle Siege. Kelvin and I were actually treating this like it's like the game bosses in a video game. Like kasi Battle Siege 1 parang level 1.
Mhm.
You had si Dennis Orculio sa level 1.
Mhm.
Then the level 2 baddie si Carlo Biado.
Mhm.
Then the level 3 baddie si Slayer Levan
Cortez.
which is kind of a funny way to look at it, but yeah, sabi ko, it's like watching a video game. And speaking of which, we're going to start our match in just a bit, and it'll be the Dragon in action.
Break.
Alam mo yung isa pang interesting dito sa pagbalik ni Shane Van Boning, will he go home again unscathed?
Well, I'll answer that. Let's see. I'll give you my thought after this break, brought to you by Andy Billiard Cloth.
Reginald Cabatu, Shane versus Carlo, must see on TV. Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed.
I think you would be kicking yourself if you somehow say I missed it. And to Elaine, actually, she to help to understand Filipino better, the quickest way is to actually go to a hospital, because a lot of Filipinos work as nurses in the hospitals in the U.S. So that's something you might want to consider. So if you ever end up going to if you ever end up going to a hospital, or if you know anyone who's a caregiver, the chances are they are going to be speaking Filipino, and it's always a good place to start. And of course, if you befriend them, if you get along with them, I'm sure that it'll help you learn the language quickly. I mean, I think that's how a lot of the guys here learned also. Learn it like any other language. You get exposed to it, and you become familiar with the terms, and then you start associating the terms with that.
Yeah, take Dobie Howard for example.
Well,
Yung kanyang ginawa, he makes sure that he learns 5 new Filipino words every single day.
there you go. And speaking of which, that 10 ball going down means Carlo Biado will be back to break, and we'll be right back.
Secret weapon of champions. Battle tested. Engineered to perfection. The tip of the spear. Core Q-tips. Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
Ito na pala yung sasabi ko, partner. Level 3. The level 3 boss.
Level 3 boss is LVC.
Yes. The Slayer, Levan Cortez. I mean, why is it that every time I look at Van, I always think of that time that the 2013 World Cup of Pool, and he kept looking at
Dennis Orculio.
like, why did you shoot the shot like that? Are you trying to get us defeated?
Yeah, but he was able to pull it off.
He pulled it off.
Yeah.
And then after that, he was just so calm, like, it's okay, I got this.
Very iconic din yung kanilang semis nun, yung semifinals na tinira ni Dennis yung 9 ball at sumigaw siya sa Amerika. Hindi na sasablay yan.
Yes.
Hindi na sasablay yan. Kaya
Yeah.
pumasok ang 9, natakot yung 9.
Yeah, the 9 was like, oh, okay, never mind.
Okay.
And by the way, look at this. Our good friend, Mr. Richard the Knight Baculog, saying magandang gabi, Sharks, amigo. And
Good evening,
Canon.
amigo Richard Baculo. Kasi tres amigos kami ni Adobe.
Ayun. That's it. And
Ayan.
there's our break brought to you by Andy Billiard Cloth. Yeah. Always great to see Richard Baculo. Siya nga yung nag-quote ng famous phrase na, sana all may animated poster.
Yun. And right now, Adobe is busy nung nakaraang week kasi nasa Las Vegas siya. Doon sa tournament. Doon sa tournament.
I believe
Sumali siya doon.
Yeah. I've I heard about the tournament. Sabi ko na parang, wow. He gets to attend those things. That's so cool.
Sabi naman ni Mark Rodriguez, wala sa edad yan, nasa performance.
Yes, of course. Oh, they're very...
Ayan, no. Kanina yon when we were talking about yung retirement age.
Yes.
Yan.
Again, theoretically, as long as your hand-eye coordination isn't ruined and as long as your eyesight isn't too bad, you can still play pool.
That's right.
Yun lang naman ang pipigil eh. Only when you can't handle a pool cue anymore, and
Yun,
only when you
doon na
can't,
siguro mag-isip-isip ka na.
and only when your eyesight is really deteriorated to the point that that's when you start thinking, maybe I should hang it up.
Mhm. But you can still play for leisure na lang kung namimiss mong maglaro.
Yes,
diba?
of course. Play it just for enjoyment, not to be competitive.
Yep. Oh, that's a nice reply. Yan, sabi kasi ni Mark, kasi kanina, Richard, we were talking about yung retirement age sa pagbibilyar. Sabi ko, hindi naman siya parang tennis or badminton na kapag 40s ka na, papunta ka na ng 40s, medyo mag-isip-isip ka na dahil sa kondisyon ng iyong katawan. Lalo na yung mga tuhod, wear and tear ng tuhod mo.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, if your joints can no longer take the usual bending and whatever, then that's something to consider. Yeah, Shane is, well, actually Elaine, I should mention this to Elaine because she's saying Shane's going to play everyone. You know that Shane actually took part in that 10-man game at one point.
Yes. Actually, walang plan yun.
Yeah.
He was, walang plan na siya sasali doon. Pero he got interested and he said, well, can I join the heat or join the action?
And he said, all right.
He was able to win.
Yeah, actually, he went 8 straight, but then I think one player managed to stop him, and then the next one, sorry, he only needed 2 rounds to finish it off. And the referee, of course, wiping the ball regularly. That's part of it since, again, due to the chalk that gets
Build
on the
up,
ball.
yeah, the chalk build up sa sapato.
That can affect how the ball rolls and
Yeah.
how it is struck by the cue as well.
That's right.
So regular wiping is actually good.
Oh, looks like he's gonna be finishing off with a 410 maybe.
That's actually
he's kinda,
possible.
yeah, he's kind of straight here, so a simple roll for the 3 and he's gonna be good.
Yeah. Just has to make sure he hits it just right.
Well, if not, he might go for the 4-6.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess the 4-6 might be easier,
Yeah.
which I will get. Let's see, just has to make sure that he doesn't lose position on the 4 after this. And he's fine.
Nicely negotiated. Okay. And he's on his way to get to 50. Not his age, but his score.
Yes, absolutely.
Stop ball corrida, sabi niya dito. Shout out naman dyan kay Bambi San Roque, Jo Marie Montarde, Marlon Loro, watching from Negros Occidental Team Barraco Center.
Salamat sa inyong pagsubaybay at saka magpaparequest ako na magpadala ng piyayan pagkatapos nun.
Nako, ito, request ni Carlong makabalik ay matutupad. Pero naman, walang madaling tira. Nothing easy.
So, Carlos gonna so he's gonna try to give it back. Oh, that was close. Nail-bitingly close.
8 ball. Ay, ako.
Parang nag-ground yata siya nun
Na alin?
na parang nakuryente yata si
Si Anton?
Oo.
Hindi, well, base sa nakita ko na kinuha niya yung kanyang tuwalya. Siguro kinailangan niya kasing pumlangketa dun sa may bandang bakal na bahagi ng mesa.
Baka, oo.
So, minsan kasi kapag ganon, yung goma ng bulsa,
Yes. Oo.
nakakatawag doon, nakaka-impede dun sa smooth stroke.
Yes.
Yung
Oo
flow
nga pala.
nung
I forget. Oo nga pala, no? Yeah.
nung shaft.
Come to think of it, yun lang ang medyo disadvantage na siya, if may mga ganyang mga materials.
Yes, and kaya sometimes when I play, I see to it that I bring a small cloth for that situation.
Para just in case lang
If I need to bridge doon sa part na yan,
na may rubber or
yung rubber na yun. Medyo
yun.
maganit kasi.
That's true.
Minsan tinatamad ako, sinusubukan ko pa rin. Pero yung konting kontra nung goma, ang laking diferensya eh.
Well, like you said, just a simple cloth will do it. So, okay na yon. And good evening din kay Joseph Echona. And si Doyon sa Hulga watching from Bobong Kitaw Tao Bukidnon. Thank you for watching. Oh my goodness. What just happened
We are
there?
equally as surprised as he is. Oh my.
Yeah, he's not a happy camper right now.
Well, but this is far from a gimme. Cue ball near the rail and somehow some distance between the 10 and the cue ball. Will he try to cut this in or play a safety? Tried to cut it in. Okay. Definitely not a gimme there.
Well, if knowing Anton's game, that kind of was on brand. I mean, he is the dragon for a reason. He likes to go for the kill whenever
Yeah.
he sees an opportunity. That's how good he is.
Ultimate second chance for Carlo to pot this in. And this time he gets it.
Wow.
Nicely done. Biado at 37.
Parang naglalaro ko ng rotation yan tapos spot.
Pero ang hirap nun. Wala namang maglalagay kapag spot dun sa may malapit sa banda.
Ay, hindi.
Oo. Medyo kung malapit man kailangan, may konting awang yan sa may banda. Pero yun, dikit eh. Nadikit din siya.
What an amazing shot there by Carlo Biado. And he'll be taking, and Anton Raga will be taking his opportunity to break, and we'll be right back.
Secret weapon of champions. Engineered to perfection. Battle tested. A warrior spear. Caw Jump Cues. Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
Hindi na po sorpresa mga Sharkanatics tulad nung pinag-usapan natin nung first day. Sabi ko, di ba, meron tayong special visitor who'll be coming here.
Oh, look, it's Uncle Earl.
It's Earl the Pearl.
Yes, that's right. And of course, again, a former world champion and a stalwart of Team USA in the Moscone Cup, making his final appearance just last year. And now the Pearl will be stepping back on Philippine soil to bring his A game and of course his legendary personality.
That's right. Well, abangan natin kung sino po ang kanyang makakatapat. 'Di ba? Well, we all know kung sino dapat.
Yes,
So we're
yes.
just waiting if
we already have our preferences. It's just that will the preferences become reality? Ika nga.
yun na nga. Actually, alam mo na, alala ko tuloy, yung first Q na binili ko ever, tulad nung sa kanya, it's a Q-Tech low-end Q
Okay.
from Toby Sports. Anyways, that break is brought to us by Andy Premier. Kasi idol ko si Earl Strickland noon. Siya yung unang inidolo ko nung pagsimula kong maglaro.
Right.
Kaya nung nakita ko yung white na yon, yung white Q from Q-Tech,
Yes.
similar to what he uses before, binili ko. Tapos, naibenta ko kaagad.
Yes.
Kasi hindi ko man lang naisip kasi na, na mamimit ko siya in person eh.
That's right. Right.
Sayang, kung hindi ko sana binenta, gagamitin ko yon para malagyan
sa
yan
kanya.
ng pirma.
Yeah.
Sayang.
Actually, I tried a Q-Tech Q before. I tried it years ago nung nag-billiards kami ni Papa dun when I visited him in Angeles before. And ironically, one of the places na pinaglaruan namin, which is a hotel along Fields Avenue, which is near the former red light district. Yun.
Sa Makati?
Hindi, dun sa
Saan?
dun sa Angeles City.
Angeles City, okay.
Yeah. There, I actually got to try a Q-Tech Q that happened to be one of the house Qs, believe it or not.
Okay.
And somebody, I think, left it there, and I got to try it, and I said, "Wow, it does feel different."
Okay.
That was where I got the first clue that, depending that not all Qs are made equally. Na every brand, everything has its own. They have their own unique things that
Yeah.
make them. Like what happened when James Lim ended up moving to Zen Qs after he got the sponsorship,
Mhm.
and he struggled initially from his old Q, but now he's doing so much better after fully adjusting to his new Q. He's doing so well now, and I'm very proud of him for how he's doing now.
Kaya yung saying na it's not the it's not the arrow or it's not the bow and arrow, it's the Indian.
Yes,
Yung
it
ba
is.
yung saying na yun? Tama ba?
Yes.
Well, hindi naman applied sobra yan kasi laking bagay din ng isang magandang tako na gamay mo.
Yes, exactly. It's the same thing with golf. Pag golf din, there's why there's so many brands of golf clubs out there, golf balls, because they have to be tailor-made. Talaga dun sa-
Tailor-made.
Yes,
That's
literally.
the brand.
Tailor-made. Although I'm a Callaway
Callaway guy.
ako. Love ko yung mga Big Bertha drivers. Those were big and they are very powerful drivers. Pero yun, the thing there is, again, the cues, like that, golf clubs, they have to be made to the players' playing style, specifications, because in the end, that's the thing they're going to be using for possibly the rest of their lives. I
Yep.
mean, like si Efren, he used that $15 cue until nasira lang siya. But
Mhm.
he was so happy with it that he did not change it until the cue actually gave out.
Yun, diba?
Diba?
yung tako, yung yung bumigay,
Oh,
hindi yung player, diba?
Oo. And then
Wala
that's
siyang magagawa ron.
Yeah, I mean, and he admitted, he kept saying na, yeah, I bought it for $15, sabi niya. Sabi ko, I
think
wish
it's
I
a
could.
$5 cue instead of a $15.
I know,
cue.
I know it was just a cheap one. Kasi I've seen really expensive ones, and yung sabi nga niya, he just kept saying that it was a really cheap cue.
Oh, baka 15 naman.
I think
Siguro, diba?
I think
naman.
15. I mean,
Yeah.
and I think the exchange rate at the time was different, so mas ano siya. So it was
Mas
so
mahal naman din
But
siya.
would be more
Yung dating
expensive
niya.
today,
Oo.
yes. Yun yung maganda naman doon. And speaking of cues here, looks like Anton Raga inching his way closer to the half-century mark.
Oh, yep. Looking good to get to 50.
Look at this. Sabi na Robert A. Sescaro, sana maimbitahan si Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, Fedor Gorst, o Joshua Filler.
Hindi imposible.
I mean, if they were here, I would say, AJ, take a break. I will do the commentary. Ako na.
Nah.
I will fight you for duty.
Anyways.
Or feel like we can do it a 3-man. Tapos sama natin si Kelvin.
Yep. Okay, anyways, 37 for Carlo. It's now 50 for
Yeah.
Anton.
And the lead's starting to get away from the Puerto Rico Open champion, as the Dragon has just continued having his way so far. It's not to say that the Black Tiger hasn't fought back. It's just that the breaks have been going a lot more the Dragon's way.
Okay, so sasagutin namin ulit ang mga katanungan dito pagkatapos po ng ating break.
Here we go! Here we go! Here we go!
Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
It's three great legends of Philippine pool. Three men who have made their mark on the Mount Rushmore Philippine pool. Francisco Bustamante, Warren Quiapco, Antonio Lining. These three veterans square off soon here at Sharks.
So this could be a 3-man ring game for
Hey,
all we know.
I would not mind.
Di ba?
I would not
Ang
mind.
ganda niyan. Napakaganda nito mga Sharkinatics. Sobrang ganda.
I think ang may advantage daw dito might be si Nicoy at saka si Warren, kasi they've been in a lot more ring games, I think, than Django has.
Django. Kasi puro one-on-one si Django Bustamante.
True. So I'd like to see how Django adapts his strategy to this kind of a match.
Well, kung adjustment ang pinagpag-uusapan natin, walang problema dito kay Idol Champ Francisco. Shout out kung nanonood ka
Kay
man.
Django, yeah, I'd like to see how he adjusts to it, kasi syempre,
diba?
we know he is such a one-on-one superstar. And by the way, that break is brought to you by Andy Bilger Cloth. Kasi sanay siya kasi sa mga tournaments, sanay siya sa mga one-on-one exhibitions. So I want to see him in a ring game style match.
I think nakapag-ring game na ata siya before. Hindi, baka hindi naman din. No?
But or if he's done it, not to the extent na that Nicoy and Warren have. They've been in it a lot more. Remember, they've been in a lot of
Yes.
professional 10-man ring games alone. So that alone gives you a big boost experience-wise.
May katanungan dito sa Facebook, nawala lang yung yung comment ata.
That's
May
fine.
nagtataka kung bakit hindi daw nila nakikita si Efren Reyes tumungtong dito sa Sharks. Actually, last 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
We did have him
Yeah,
2 years ago.
we had Efren Bata Reyes go up against Francisco Bustamante in a one pocket match, and rotation match naman with Ronnie Alcano.
Yeah, at saka even
Tsaka doubles pala, doubles.
Nag-scotch doubles pa sila.
Yes.
It's just that again. Oh, nice jump, by the way.
And we know what's next. Definitely a 210.
Nice one there. And by the way, what's going to happen here is this. So, well, of course, again, the big question there is it really boils down to the management. Kasi yung management ni Efren, his managers, the guys who make his schedules for him, it's really a case of negotiation between the management here and Efren's management, his agents and all that. So
Yes.
that has to always be put into consideration. So as much as we would like to see it, that stuff has to be put into consideration every
That's
time.
right. Okay, so another successful rack for Anton Raga. He only needs, what, 12?
12? Yeah, he's 12 away. 12 away.
He needs a dozen to wrap this up.
And the Dragon will have a chance to get one of those dozen right after this. And by the way, to those who were asking about our official table here at Sharks, this is it, the Acura tables engineered by Rason Billiards are now here in the Philippines, and this is the official table we're using here at Sharks. And if you want to get yours, it's very simple. Contact Mr. Jonathan Sanchez at 0920-923-8752 or shoot an email to govman10@yahoo.com.ph to get your own accurate tables engineered by Rason Billiards. And let's see here, Jason Foster joining us saying, hello, great Sharks and Shark Fanatics.
Mr. Three Camels.
3 camels in a palm
Hello
tree.
there.
and one of my favorite people to talk with, because every time he says something on the YouTube channel, I always feel like I pick up something that I didn't know yesterday.
It's always fun to talk to everybody here.
Yes, it is. It is.
Kaya maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood dito. Thank you for watching again, guys.
And that break is brought to you by Anti-Billiard Cloth. So, one ball's gone. That leaves the 2. So, since Anton has the break, now he just has to play safe, I guess, with this. There you go. That's nice. I'll take that. And you're right, Jason. That veterans match, Francisco Bustamante, Antonio Lining, and Warren Kiamco, is going to be a barn burner, as they say in the US. It's going to be a wonderful match that you guys will not want to miss. Well, he's going to go 3 rails. Perfect.
Nicely done.
It's like it's like he formed a diamond with that shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a diamond shot because he formed like 3 of the 4 diamond corners. That's lovely. At again, let's see if he can go. No problem. Yeah. Nice. Goes off 1 rail and nicely hits it.
Well, now the 2 ball is a cuttable shot. Maybe with some inside, he gets good on the 3, same pocket.
Yep. Carlo wanted to make sure to see how thin he needed to cut it.
Oh.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's gotta hurt.
No, it was a severe angle, but he needed to take that cut. Si Jay Marata Beta Gamians from Barili, Cebu. Magandang gabi sa'yo. Oh, Mr. Juntan, it's been a while.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Juntan, sabi niya dito, I remember the good memories in Dehadista Sports Bar in West Point, Cubao,
Ayun.
where top billiard players were around every night playing against each other. Carlo and Anton playing against each other as well. And according to Zai, yung kanyang wife ni Anton, nung panahon na yon, Mr. Juntan, if you're still there, merong partida pang 8 Gs.
Wow.
Kay Carlo Biado. May partida pa si Anton kay Carlo that time. Pero ngayon, parehas sila.
Patas na.
Pero sa one-on-one natin, malayo ang kanyang agwat dito.
Again,
In terms of score, of course.
again, it's really hasn't been Carlos' match since day 2, since yesterday.
Tsaka fun. It's fun days yung Dehadista days, di ba, Sir
Yes.
Jun? Gabi-gabi rin ako nung time na yun doon para makapaglaro, manood, and to eat. Kasi ang sarap ng pagkain din. Kaya kung usapang pagkain, guys, you better check out V Lugaw, ang lugaw ng Cubao.
Oh, yun. That's
Doon yung
good.
birthplace ng ng V Lugaw, sa harap mismo ng Dehadista.
Ayun, kaya pala. And this 10 ball gives Anton Raga his 52nd rack and 11 away from sealing the deal. And yun, Baba Yaga saying, imbitahin nyo naman si Rodolfo Luat sa mga veterans. Nako, I'm not sure if he's still actually working in the US as that instructor. I'm not sure if he's still doing that.
Well, posible naman kung maimbitahan, why not? Diba?
Pwede,
Kung
I mean-
papayag naman sila, bakit hindi?
Yeah. Although I'm not sure if he still has that long hair that gave him the name,
Samson.
diba? Boy Samson Luwan.
Okay, guys. And pahabol na shout out kay J. Ahmad or J. Ahmad. And of course, it's Carlo to break on the next. We'll be back as usual.
This is a new world of pool. Home of legends. A battleground where top contenders from around the world gather to become champions. A stepping stone for rising stars to prove they have what it takes to rank among the best. Welcome to Sharks.
Congratulations to Junie Pascual, the winner of our Top Guns match from earlier today. Ang probinsyano, siya po ang nagwagi po dyan sa ating 3-player ring game po. Contested under WPA 9-ball rules. So again, congratulations to you, Junie, from all of us here at Sharks, Hard Time Sports Bar, and Andy Billiard Cloth. Ayan, so may question tayo dito sa YouTube. Curious lang, ang daming world-class players ng Philippines. Bakit ang daming players bakit limited ng players naglaro sa international competitions? I was actually talking with this with Kelvin, and basically it boils down to sponsors. Like what June Mark Mendez was saying. Sponsors ang problema dyan. Kasi you need sponsors. Kasi if you finance yourself, mahal yan. Mahal ang ticket na aeroplano, mahal ang pabook ng mga hotel, mahal ang mga entrance fees ng mga tournaments, at saka mga stuff like that, yung mga equipment mo. So, you need a sponsor. Someone to help with your expenses. And that break is brought to you by Andy Billiard Cloth. So again, the point here, Nikolai, is sponsorships. Kung mas marami lang player ang ini-sponsor ng mga pool companies or ng mga may pera, mga backers, kung mas marami lang mga backers na ganun, then we would have a whole lot more players. It's really about the money. In the end, it's the economics of the situation. If you want to be able to do, like for example, let me give an example. Si yung kaibigan ni Kelvin, si Cedric Gonzalez, who basically left the Philippines kasi he owned a pool bar dito, yung Pool Jam. And what happened is he decided to follow his dream. So he basically gave up the pool bar, sold it, and then he closed it down, and then he emigrated to Australia, found a better paying job, and then he wanted to fulfill his dream of entering tournaments. And yun,
Yeah.
the problem was, and then he managed to get sponsors, but the thing was he still needed sponsors to be able to participate in those tournaments. Kaya limited ang players na sumasali, like sina Carlo Biado, like sina Anton Raga only now, because again, it's all about sponsors. Someone has to financially back kung sino ang naglalaro. It's sad in a way, but again, that's the cold hard truth of the situation. You gotta factor in the economics of the situation. Mahirap yan.
Kailangan mo talagang pag-isipan muna ng mabuti kung pupunta ka doon, no?
Yeah, exactly.
Diba?
I mean
Di
pupunta
biro
ka,
yung gastos.
pupunta ka lang na turista doon, ang dami mong
As a
gagastos.
tourist, 'di ba? Mabigat na. What more kung kailangan mo pa ng a place to stay for quite a while, and then of course yung yung kakainin mo
Yes.
and
yes.
yung mahal na entry.
Exactly. And of course, if something happens to equipment mo, and if other expenses come up, like medical emergencies, that could happen.
Yes.
Lots of things can happen. Kaya it's really a big deal. But which is why ang nagiging backers talaga are either big business or yung mga businessmen na talagang may interest sa sport. Like initially, when this all started, who was backing? It was the Puyat brothers, si Aristeo and Poch Puyat,
Yeah.
who started this whole thing. And then now, it's being taken over by other businessmen who are also equally invested in sport, and even companies now like Zen, who's sponsoring James Lim, like Mezq's, which is sponsoring Nenden Santos. It's all that. So sponsorships are such a huge deal. It's really that kind of a sport. And speaking of the cold hard facts, well, the cold hard fact is Carlo Biado has a lot of catching up to do. And he's hoping that this run that he's making now will allow him to fulfill that goal.
One rack at a time. Kinakailangan niya dito makabawi. So, ito na isa sa mga magandang ang pagkakataon. Jonas Lacambra, shoutout kay Saker Saleh at kay Jeff Reyes from Saudi Arabia. And over at YouTube Live, si Avelino Tirol Jr. sabi dito, 11 racks na lang, panalo na si Anton.
That's true. But right now, it looks like Carlo Biado refusing to throw in the towel, and you got to admit, that's the kind of fight we like to see in a player like him.
And as always, we'll be back after the break. It's Anton who's gonna be breaking next.
This is a new world of pool. Home of legends. A battleground where top contenders from around the world gather to become champions. A stepping stone for rising stars to prove they have what it takes to rank among the best. Welcome to Sharks.
Ang lakas naman mang-inggit ni Jeboy Tambago.
Ahay.
Umiinom ng coconut wine or yung kung tawagin natin lambanog.
Yung?
Naku naman. Ang
Yeah,
sarap
well,
nun.
actually nga I've tried it before, and yes. Parang sasabihin mo, bakit tayo nagtsatsaga sa Alfonso na yan?
It's deceivingly strong.
Oo.
Kakala mo parang wala naman pala to, pero pag tayo mo,
Pag tayo, okay.
Teka lang.
Never mind. yung parang mapapateka. Hawakan mo ko, pre. Pasupport.
para para siyang gin na pwede mong mapagkamalang tubig.
Yes.
Di ba?
Ang tawag na yan yung tunay na trader. Sabi nga nila, yung tunay na trader. Yung tipong 1 minute, it's salt sweet. Next minute, pre, hindi na mo na akong gagalaw.
Yun, ganun, di ba?
Yeah, yun.
Si Mark Lester Umpad Parilla naman, idol, si Buknoy Spotter sa Jancor.
Yeah,
Ayan.
tapos si Felix Ferolin, shoutout po watching here in Tabunok, Talisay, Cebu. And Gary De Leon saying thank you for the wonderful match. Sharks watching here from Taytay, Rizal. And that break brought to you by Andy Billiard Cloth. Ayan, and we're very thankful again for all of you for watching, for making this blockbuster match possible. Because again, if it weren't for you guys supporting us here, would we really have any incentive to bring these kind of matches? I don't think so. Oh, I think lumitaw.
And again, shoutout kay Mark Lester Parilla sa Jancor Billiard Cebu. So we all know that Anton Raga is from Talisay City, Cebu. Akala ko nga parehas pala, no? Batangas, may Talisay, Batangas din,
Yes,
di ba?
that's true. That's true.
Kala ko Batanggenyo tuloy itong si, yung pala, Talisay, Cebu.
Talisay, Cebu.
Yun.
Ang dami namang bayan na ganyan eh.
May Talisay din na pangalan?
I mean, ang dami kasi ang daming mga bayan sa Pilipinas, ganun din ang sitwasyon. Ang daming San Juan, halimbawa. Ang
Yun na nga.
daming ang daming mga ang daming Rizal actually, for example. Dami.
Talisay is almond tree. Parang yun yung...
Ayun yung understanding mo.
yeah, I think. Sana ma-correct ako dito kung sakaling mali ako. Almond tree.
Almond tree. And yun, si Alex Marquez saying good evening po, pa-shoutout po kay Allen Train ng Balagtas, Batangas City. And Rico Velasco Celorio is also watching from Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates. Erwin De Ligorio is watching from Ermita. Uy, the former red light district. I always remembered, I'm sorry, as of the red light district back in the day.
Ermita.
Iba.
Diba? Ermita, nalaman ko yung Ermita sa kanta ng Eraserheads.
Yes. Di ba? Kaya nga siya. Kaya nga, that's where the song is because back in that time, ang reputation ng Ermita, yan yung red light district dati. I mean, until I think si Alfredo Lim yata, the mayor at that time, decided to clean it up and say no more. Let's not do this. Ayan, Rex Quijano Cardose watching from Bislig City. That's in Surigao del Sur. I believe kababayan niya si Dennis Orculio.
Surigao del Sur. Yeah, that's right. And, syempre, si Shen Lim naman, binabate si Mark Faliorina, ang best friend ni Eric Mendoza.
Ayun. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. More watching. Terence Togi watching from Dubai, UAE. And sabi ni Joven Lugod Declaro, pa-shoutout po kay Lupin kayo manggi. Sing pogi ba ni Lupin the Third ba yan?
Eto na.
He's getting closer. And Selmar Abiso saying shoutout mga idol from Liloy, Zamboanga del Norte. And Babayaga watching from Ormoc City, Leyte. And Joel Villamor watching from Jubail, Saudi Arabia. And speaking of raging, the dragon just continuing to spew fire and brimstone as he is now just 10 racks away from calling this match a done deal.
And as always, we'll be back after this short message from our sponsors.
Secret weapon of champions. Battle tested. Engineered to perfection. The tip of the spear. Core Q-tips. Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
And by the way, congratulations to Michael Kenai, the winner of our Showdown 10-player game. And of course, great job by the man known as K9. And our winning trifecta is players 8, 3, and 5. So that's Michael Kenai, Jolo Aspuria, and Renimar David. So it's players 8, 3, and 5. At by the way, si Regor Francisco sabi niya, nanonood po dito galing isa sa Semirara. Kahit may oil spill, tuloy pa rin ang panood ng pating. Yan ang sinasabi ko, partner, yung oil spill.
Anyways, yun na nga. Ito, may katanungan dito si Babayaga sa YouTube. 'Di ba naimbitahan si Anton sa Derby City Tournament? Kailan po 'yon? Isasagot po 'yan ng may bahay ni Anton Raga. And of course, that break is presented by Andy Premier. Let's welcome Miss Zai Raga.
Ano sasabihin? Hi.
And kailan ba si Anton
Ano?
pumunta sa States? Kailan siya pumunta ng US, Zai?
Etong January 13 to February 5.
Medyo matagal-tagal din kayo doon, no?
Siya lang.
Siya lang, hindi ka sumama noon.
Hindi.
Okay, so kararating lang niya dito noong Feb 5.
Feb 5.
Tas,
And then after almost 2 weeks, nag-Jensen siya.
General Santos para sa Manny Pacquiao Cup.
Yan.
Pero anong balita doon? Anong mga napanalunan ni Anton sa US? Parang may ilan-ilan din siyang na panalunan, pero hindi nga lang siya nag-champion, no?
Oo, nag-play siya sa 1 pocket, 9 ball, and then bank.
1 pocket
Sa bank. 9 ball bank.
and bank, okay. Bank
Doon
pool.
siya naglaro. And then mas tumimbang siya sa 1 pocket.
So, kamusta naman? Nag-enjoy ba siya daw doon? Ano yung pagkakwento sa'yo sa experience niya nung paglapag niya sa Estados
Sakto
Unidos?
lang. Gusto niya ulit bumalik.
Gusto niyang bumalik? Syempre, di ba?
Gusto niya daw dun.
Oo, di ba?
Malamig lang masyado. And then, nag-windburn.
Wind burn sa
Sa
klima,
lips.
no? Oo, that's sa klima.
Nag-windburn siya.
Ayun. So, yan. Maraming salamat kay Zyril. At syempre, last bati mo naman sa lahat ng Shark Fanatics para in behalf of Anton.
Hi sa mga nanonood. Please support Anton. Thank you din sa Sharks.
Ayan. So, yun po ang tinig ng wife ni Anton Raga na si Miss Zyril Raga.
That's right. Yeah. So that was the wife, the good wife of Mr. Anton Raga, right there. Just for those who might be asking. Yeah.
So, she said that Anton enjoyed his stay there. It's, unfortunate lang na medyo nag-adjust siya sa klima doon, yung climate.
Because it is different.
Brutally cold.
Yes, it is.
compared
Yes, it
to our temperature here
Yeah.
in the Philippines.
Actually, actually, the wife was. She's actually here now, and sometimes what the players will do is sometimes their spouses will come along.
Mhm.
So sometimes they will come and support the players, like what Anton Raga is doing.
But
right
they
now.
aren't allowed to stay inside the arena.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
They just watch from the players' lounge. We have the players'
Mhm.
lounge where, remember, when we have the 10-player games. That's where they usually are allowed to wait.
Pwede rin doon.
Since there's a big screen TV where they can actually see the
action.
the full game action,
Yes.
right? And of course, we'll be sure to pass the message on. I believe Mrs. Raga just had to attend to something real quick, and of course, it's quite an interesting thing here to have the
Ito.
wife of one of our talented players show up.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right. And na-confirm ni Zai na undefeated pa nga. Tama si Joseph Ompad. So, sabi niya dito, will be the King of Sharks. Kung magiging King of Sharks ba si Anton kapag nanalo siya against
Arguably,
Carlo tonight?
arguably he could be,
He
because
could be since he's undefeated.
as far as I know, yeah. I mean, he hasn't made that many appearances here on Sharks, but almost every appearance I've seen, he's not been beaten. He's actually
Yeah.
been the winner. So
Pinaka-close call niya was with Panday.
yes, when it
Jericho
went
Banyares.
hill, that was the closest I think he came to actually being toppled. And I believe that was the first time we also introduced this new rule of the
Yes,
the
exactly.
push
The
out, which is
push-out
why it
rule.
was so significant, because that was the first day he implemented the new rules, and since then we've made it a standard. And speaking of standard, Anton Raga showing that he is the standard so far with how he is performing tonight.
The first man who won a one-on-one match in this format, itong si Anton Raga.
Yes.
Kaya right now, mukhang magiging undefeated pa rin siya if he closes this.
Yes. Yes. And and of course, Zai, the wife of Anton, expressing her great, her very her gratitude for all of the fans who are supporting her, who have been supporting her husband since day one. And speaking of the Dragon, well, he will be next, and we will see him breaking right after this break.
Secret weapon of champions. Engineered to perfection. Battle tested. A warrior spear. Caw jump cues. Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
And of course, kasama natin ngayon sa Facebook Live si Baseth Mokaybat.
Ooh.
Shout out sa iyo.
The Kingpin is tuned in, and he
Yeah.
says, shout out po sa Team Lasal, Epong Rodel, Bernard at Uncle Ruel Marantan. Thanks po.
Alam mo, sana Baseth, kayo naman ni Anton ang magtapat soon.
Ay, nako.
That would be something.
Can the Kingpin checkmate the Dragon, or will Raga have the answer to the Baseth mystery? Nako. Pwede maganda yan.
Marami, no? Actually, marami talagang pwedeng mangyari dito. Di natin lubos akalain na si Earl the Pearl Strickland will be coming to the Philippines
No.
dito sa Sharks Arena.
Honestly, no. I mean,
Diba?
I mean, the fact when I first saw it, I was actually trying to wait. And then I just had to remember, oh yeah, I'm working. Oh yeah, it is legit. So I had to sort of remember myself, okay, I'm here. Okay. And yeah. And that's why to see these players here, it's wonderful. It's wonderful.
Here comes the Dragon with that break presented by Andy Premier. Avelino Tirol Jr. asking, may tanong lang po, ano ba mas mainam na chalk ang gamitin para maiwasan ang miscue? Well, alam mo, lahat ng tisa, well, hindi ka makasasave ng tisa sa miscue. Minsan sa tira
Yes.
mo naman yung release mo kapag medyo na off time ka, talagang tatapyok ka. Pero yung, kumbaga, yung trusted ng matagal na tisa, lagi nyo naman nakikita na yan, yung master
Yes,
na
yes.
chalk di ba?
And speaking of which, Jose Esteves sends us 160 stars on Facebook. Thank you,
Thank
Jose.
you very much.
We really appreciate that. That means a lot to us. Yeah, I mean, Master again is it's like the default.
The go-to.
Yeah,
the
the
go-to
default.
brand, yeah.
And the important thing with your chalk really is, as long as it allows you to cue more consistently, to hit the ball more consistently, to get the result you want, then it's the best chalk for you. Whether
Yes.
whether it's Predator, whether it's Master, whether it's Diamond, whether the other brands out there.
Yeah. Tsaka
So-
take note also na para maiwasan din matulungan kang maiwasan mag-miscue, you always need to look at your tip. Kung masyadong makinis na yung sapatilya or yung tip,
Yes.
kailangan mo ng iscuff yun or lagyan
Kung
ng konting di ba?
Yung naging medyo glossy siya, no?
Oo, kakatira syempre, nagiging smooth yung finish o yung ibabaw ng tip.
Right.
So what you need to do is just sand it down just a bit para may makapitan yung chalk.
That's right.
Yun lang naman.
I mean, well, me personally, Chard, I think Richard's asking me, I just stuck with Master because, again, it's the brand I've known since I started playing pool, and I've never had a bad experience with it. I mean, it's not that expensive. I can easily get. I don't have to, scramble to save any big amount of money. I can just quickly get one or two, and then I'm good.
Mhm.
Hindi naman kailangan I mean, again, I think I haven't told you this, AJ, but the total cost of the cues and the case and everything I bought, that's just like 6,000 pesos.
O, diba?
The whole
Complete
set.
ka na.
And that's already a complete set. I have a jump break cue, a playing cue, I have a glove, my own chalk,
Case
and everything. So, again, it doesn't have to be expensive, but if you want to go there, of course, just make sure that you got the budget for it. Again, it's largely a lot. It depends quite a lot on the player personally, but of course, the equipment has to match the player too.
Right there, look at that.
Sweet.
Sweet shot.
The sweetness, man. I felt like my pancreas were starting to say, calm down. That's a good shot, bro. Yeah. What chalk were you using before when you were still more active? What chalk do you remember using when you were still more active?
Well, I still have a couple of Wild Blues kasi yung owner ng Wild Blue chalk binigyan ako ng isang dosen ng box.
Okay.
So hanggang ngayon nagagamit ko pa rin siya since hindi ako masyado naglalaro.
So parang medyo
Hindi rin na gagamit masyado. Kaya hanggang ngayon meron pa
so
rin.
may ready stock
May
ka
stock.
just about any time. Like
Yes.
you know what I feel
That
like
would
playing?
last me for like maybe 5 years or so.
Yun naman pala eh. Sod ka na.
Ay nako.
Yeah. Baka pwede humingi naman sa'yo.
Pwede naman.
I mean, I just want to give it a try, see if it works better if it does anything different with my EQ probably.
Anyways, there you go, guys. The Dragons just really tearing this apart.
Make that 8 racks away from closing
8
the
racks
door.
away. Grabe talaga, no? Tulad ng sinabi ni Joseph, grabe, ang tira ni Anton, parang kumakain lang ng pansit.
Parang pansit with bonchon chicken yan.
Di ba? Parang inuubos lang niya yung isang platong pansit dito.
As in, parang naka-Hunger Games mode siya pagdating sa laro eh.
Oh.
Like, nope, I'm out to win. That's all.
So tulad ng sinabi ng aking partner today na si Canon Dairit, only 8 racks remaining for Anton Raga to close this out.
And we'll see, and Carlo's still trying to fight his way back in, and we'll be right back to see him break after this. Again, new breed, and again, I want to see this, partner. I
And
want to
again,
see this.
This is a very, very much anticipated match.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Then Denis Santos, Mr. Unliset, Ryan Atienza, and Matinik Nino Ocampo.
Speaking of which, partner, let's make sure that for this match we get yung president ng fans club ni El Matinik.
Si Mika.
Yes, please. let's I can always talk with Miss Cassie to make sure that
That
she falls in that time zone.
So that's March 14, guys. March
Yes,
14,
it is.
umaga po yan kasi 3-man ring game.
Yes,
so
it is.
every 10 a.m. po yan.
Yes.
Alas 10 ng umaga.
That's right. I hope you guys will tune in because that's coming in just a couple of days.
Of course, that break is presented by Andy Premier Billiard Cloth.
So, with that position, a push-out might actually be the safer bet.
Yes, indeed. Push out. Question is, where?
Well, the point here is since he can obviously return the ball, he has to put it in a position where he's not giving his opponent any more than the bare minimum to get to it.
To get to it, that's
Para
right.
siya naman ang and that's pretty good. Wow.
Oh,
nice.
perfectly placing the cue ball sa top rail.
Yes. Right against the cushion. I think it's frozen, right? Looks like it's frozen.
People have to understand na ang larong bilyar po, hindi po parating nananalo ang isang tao.
That's
May
true.
talo kahit si Efren Reyes, natatalo din po. 'Di ba? So, wag natin i-judge yung tao, wag nating kutsain, 'di ba? Wag po nating isipan ng mga masasamang bagay tungkol sa isang tao dahil nagbigay ng karangalan
Yes.
si Carlo Biado.
Here's the thing. For players who haven't played at the level that they play, like they play money games, they play major tournaments, the level of competition at that point is insane. So it can easily be you or someone else winning on any given day.
Oo.
Ganong kagulo yan. And
Ganong kahigpit.
ganong kahigpit ang competition. So, to assume that someone is not playing well just because they're not giving their all, that's unfair. It's
Yes.
unfair. It's not sporting to say that of anyone just like that. I mean, let's also not forget that Carlo is actually recovering from a major operation, which
Oo, hindi pa nga natin nababanggit nga, 'di ba?
yes,
Ulit.
I mean, I just don't like.
Kagagaling nga lang sa operasyon.
I mean, I just don't like mentioning it, partner, because I don't want to make it sound like he's using that operation as a cop out for
Mhm.
how poor he's playing. But again, the fact is, there's so many factors that factor into someone's game that the little stuff, even the little stuff, matters. And the fact was, he was competitive on the first day. It's just that by the second day, that's when he started to somehow falter. He started to lose his momentum, and Anton Raga, being the pro that he is as well, took advantage naturally.
That's right. Okay. So another 10 ball for Anton, and now he's at 56.
And the Dragon looking hot here. Naku, nagtatanong ni Reggie, kailan daw tayo maglalaban, partner?
Si Reggie ng Vilugaw,
well,
magandang gabi sa'yo.
Magandang tanong yan, Reggie. Siguro sige, pag nasa Kasaog kami, maglalaban kami sa Kasaog, di ba?
Kung may mesa kami, kaso nga lang wala
I have an idea.
Okay.
Doon tayo kay
Kaya-
Nino.
Hindi pa ako tapos Teka lang. Kaya Rason, baka naman?
Well, it
Biro
never
lang.
hurt to ask.
Tsaka wala rin sigurong paglalagyan.
Yeah, true.
Anyways, there you go, guys. Another 10 ball. Anton Raga now at 56.
So 7 away from putting an end to this 3-day encounter, and we'll see the Dragon breaking up next.
This is a new world of pool. Home of legends. A battleground where top contenders from around the world gather to become champions. A stepping stone for rising stars to prove they have what it takes to rank among the best. Welcome to Sharks.
Anyways, hanggang April the 2nd na lang po ang ating registration.
Oo nga pala.
'Di ba? Hanggang April 2 na lang. Kaya kanon, kung gusto mong sumabak dito, you can head over to Hard Time Sports Bar from 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. daily.
Actually, Kelvin and I already have a role in this tournament.
Wow.
It's called It's called the official ball wiper and table cleaner, because kaya nga
Talaga lang okay.
nilabas na namin, meron na kaming microfiber cloth. Meron na kaming yung brush. Meron na kaming ano pa ba yung meron kaming white gloves.
Oh.
So technically we are ready.
Okay.
It's just we have a role already. Planado na yan.
Anyways, ito, maganda yung sinabi doon ni Weng. Medyo hindi ko lang mabasa ang iyong last name. Sa larangan ng larong bilyar o anumang sports, hindi ka araw-araw magaling. Hindi ka matatawag na isang manlalaro kung hindi mo yan alam.
Exactly.
Di ba? Tama
Exactly.
naman. Tama naman sinabi niya.
Again, let's... And that break, by the way, brought to you by Andy Billiard Cloth, the official cloth here at Sharks. So again, we get why we get that you all were expecting a much more competitive match than we were too. But syempre, it's not really on us to dictate how the player should perform. It really should be up to the players themselves. In the end, it was Carlo's decision to take part in this one. And yun nga, like Michael Jordan, not even Michael Jordan was immune from defeat. Not even Tiger Woods or Muhammad Ali were immune from defeat. The point there is that regardless
there
of
should be only one winner.
Yes.
That's it. Simply as that.
Yeah, simple as that. And whether you win or lose, what's important is what you do while you're there.
Yes.
Because if you still put up a good fight, if you still do what your best. And there's always a chance for you to get better. And again, the fact is, Carlo, again, he's already a proven winner. He's just, again, and circumstances are different now, so a lot of things can change, which is why, again, I refuse to say more other than he's human like you and I, and we should give him that benefit.
Nakita mo yung ginawa niya kanina. Siguro na static siya dun sa bakal. Kaya ang ginawa muna niya bago siya pumlangketa at magulat at baka matamaan yung ibang bola, tinap muna niya yung...
Nangyari din
Diba?
yan
Tinap
kanina.
muna niya yung bakal.
That also happened earlier. Napansin ko rin eh.
Oo. Pero kung ganyan na, kung sakali man magkaroon ng ganyang sitwasyon yung isa sa mga shark fanatics natin, ang dapat gawin, you just need to touch yung wood na part ng
Yes.
table. Pwede na yun, mawawala na yung charge.
It'll dissipate.
Then,
It'll dissipate the static, yes.
Okay na yun.
It will help. I guess it might be because of the conditions. I mean,
And yeah, yung carpet natin. So
yung carpet.
kakalakad mo sa carpet, 'di ba? Nagkakaroon ng friction, may charge
Yes.
dun sa ano na yon. And then kapag naghahawak ka ng bakal, pak, nagugulat ka na lang.
And at the same time, let's not forget this is air conditioned.
Yes,
The air
isa rin
conditioning
yun.
makes the air a bit more dry.
Mhm.
And the thing kasi is, pag cold dry air and conditions, that's usually the best conditions for static electricity to build up.
Mhm.
Which is why sa US, it's kind of a common thing, lalo na in certain
Exactly.
regions.
First time kong pumunta ng US, talagang grabe. Ba't ganito? Di ba, lagi na lang ako nagugulat. Di ako sanay. Kasi lalo na sa loob ng ng mga bahay doon, carpeted yung mga bahay.
Yes,
Diba?
yes, it is true. It is true.
Anyways, another rack looks to be for Anton.
And he is just in cruise control
Cruise
right now.
control, right? Yeah. Skyrocketing his way to the finish line now.
And he is in perfect shape right there.
Pahabol na shoutout naman kay Roxanne Polanco from Canada.
Yun, the Great White North.
So it's 57 for Anton, Carlo with 38.
Yeah. I mean, had he not made that one ball, it might have been a different story.
A staggering 19-game lead.
Yeah. Huge. Huge.
Very huge. And ito, sa susunod, kung makatungtong naman si Anton sa 58, benteng lamang ni Anton Raga. So, tingnan natin kung papayag si Carlo Biado.
Secret weapon of champions. Battle tested. Engineered to perfection. The tip of the spear. Core Q-tips. Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
And again, the Quezon State Tenball Open hanggang April 8 na lang po ito kasi nasa Mayo na po ang magaganap ang tournament na ito. Again, dumaan lang kayo sa Hard Time Sports Bar sa 59D Timog Avenue, Barangay South Triangle, Quezon City. And yun, from 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. daan lang po kayo para makapag-register po kayo. Or kung gusto niyo lang po malaman yung ibang detalye ng tournament po na ito. At syempre, 300 pesos lang po entry fee po para sa mga gusto pong sumali.
Ayan, maraming salamat sa mga nagko-comment dito like Eric Basilio na sinabi niya dito yung kanyang thoughts about yun nga kay Carlo. Sabi niya dito, basta ako enjoy lang manood. 'Di ba? Enjoy lang tayo
Yes,
panoorin.
yes.
'Di ba? Kahit na lamang si Anton dito, hindi ibig sabihin nun, hindi tayo mag-enjoy or makakita ng magagandang tira from
Yes.
Carlo.
Yes.
Lumalaban pa rin si Carlo Biado as much as possible kahit na alam niyang talagang tambak na tambak siya dito.
That's
Hindi
right.
ibig sabihin nun na he's gonna give up. Diba? He's not gonna give up.
That's right. And that break, by the way, brought to you by Andy Billiard Cloth. What a nice play there.
Sabi naman dito ni Kenneth Lloyd Bohol, guys, kaka-champion lang ni Carlo Biado dito sa Gensan. Hindi pa siya fully recovered. Kaka-opera pa niya. Huwag niyo naman siyang i-bash. Diba?
Exactly.
Totoo yan. Actually, after nung day 1, sabi niya sa akin, o nga, kagagaling ko nga lang ng opera. Pero nakasungkit pa ako sa General Santos.
Yes.
So, laking bagay sa kanya talaga na after ng recovery niya or while he's recovering, nakakapanalo siya.
Yeah, it's true.
Diba?
Ooh. Wow.
So kung hindi man napabayaan yung kanyang yung pagtira niya, mental side of the game din siguro dahil
Yes.
na-lay off siya for quite some time. Kailangan din mahasa yung mindset mo na yung killer instincts mo, kailangan mabalik din yan eh.
Exactly.
'Di ba? Hindi lang yung physical aspect ng game yung lagi natin titingnan. Pati na rin syempre yung utak kung paano mag-isip.
That's right.
Kasi laking
yun
very
naman yun
yung mental part of this game is a very huge part.
It's a massive
Very massive part.
Because it's basically like chess. The only difference is that you're not playing with chess pieces. You're playing with balls on the table.
That's right. So sa ngayon siguro it's been a while na napunta siya sa ganitong situation wherein kailangan niyang humabol. Kung dati nung bago siya na-operahan nung medyo batak-batak pa siya mentally and physically, kakayanin pa niyang magawa yon. Pero
Yes.
ngayon, since na-lay off nga siya, medyo parang bumabalik pa rin siya ulit. Medyo may ring rust ng konti.
Yun
Diba?
naman, yeah. Yun naman. I mean, again, I will give him as much credit as he deserves because he has brought a lot of honor and glory to the country, to the people. And of course, he's part of the reason why I've become a billiard fan again. Kasi, again, seeing how well he performs internationally, he won the U.S. Open last year, the previous 2021. Last year, took home Puerto Rico. And this year and earlier this year, still actually won Gensan in Gensan. What are we really supposed to question how good he is, especially considering that the rest of the world is also becoming better, not just the Philippines but Taiwan and the rest of the world. We have the best players, yes, but that doesn't mean that other countries can't beat our players. Ganun
Yes. Okay, another 10 ball. Biado with 58. Grabe. Ito na, malapit-lapit na siya talaga dito sa finish line, guys. We do not tolerate profanity here. J-Ho Calatrava. 'Di ba? Huwag kang magsasabi ng mga ganyang klaseng dito, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Goes to show yung class.
Let's keep it friendly for everyone, guys. Let's keep it friendly, please. In the end, we're all just talking about billiards here, about the players, and we should not make it such a big deal. But speaking of a big deal, well, we'll see if Raga can continue hauling his way up to the finish line when we return.
Secret weapon of champions. Battle tested. Engineered to perfection. The tip of the spear. Core Q-tips. Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
Battle Siege 1, ang unang laban ni Shane Van Boning sa pagbalik niya dito sa Pilipinas. He's up against Dennis, the Robocop, or Julio.
Oh, he is. Yes, this is, again, I was talking like crazy about this match last year, and this year I will continue talking about it like crazy. I am sorry.
No doubt about that, man. No doubt about that. Kasi naman, sa mga hindi pa po nakakapanood doon sa huling laban nila dito sa Sharks Arena, umabot po ng puro silang dalawa, no? And yun nga, unfortunately, Dennis was about to finish it dun sa Sargo. Nakita lang yung uno.
Yeah,
It was a dry break.
the only thing
That
that,
was
the only
it.
thing that killed it was the dry break, but everything else he mounted the comeback.
Oo. Tsaka iba po ang magiging magiging tahak nila dito dahil mai-implement na yung push-out rule.
That's right. And by the way, that
Yeah.
break is brought to you by Anti-Billiard Cloth. And
Whereas yung last time nung naglaban sila dito, yung lang yun yung traditional 10 ball, or was it 9?
that was
I
10 ball.
forgot.
That was 10 ball. I
Definitely,
remember.
yeah.
That was
Definitely 10 ball, yeah. Pero hindi pa yung push out or
No.
safety.
Again, we only implemented that starting with Raga versus Banyares. The first time that the two faced off sa Sharks. So that's where we started.
Mhm. Okay, so going for a push or trying to kick at the one.
Ooh.
Okay.
And it's good because he gets the two to the rail. So again, the crucial rule there is that if you're not going to pocket the ball, it must at least make contact with the rail, which he did. Nako. Arroz caldo. Oh my goodness. Why? Why?
Why do you have to bring
Why?
it up?
Is it really was that food trip absolutely necessary? Yeah. It's all right. If I feel like having something from Vilugaw, that's not really a problem. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Now the question is, where will it go? Uh-oh. Could this
Well.
be what wanted city?
Medyo medyo alanganin para sa isang atake sa G's, pero ito, tinan mo. Sinusukat na niya yung kombinasyon. Kaya naman. Pero well, not a guarantee. Pero garantisado.
Oh, well, again, that's Carlo Biado. Come on. Really?
And ito, yung uno, consider pa niya if in case he misses, yung 3 ball will be in between.
Yun. And again, Carlo Biado smelling the opportunity, and he basically says, you know what? Why not? And just a normal combination, hirap na ako. He pulled off a rather awkward one pa. That tells you what kind of man Carlo Biado is, because he will be breaking next, and we'll be right back.
Secret weapon of champions. Engineered to perfection. Battle tested. A warrior spear. Caw Jump Cues. Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
And also coming soon after going up against Dennis, he's going to be battling with Carlo Biado, the Black Tiger, versus the South Dakota Kid. Only here at Sharks, the mecca of pool. Shoji Karada, ayan, tama ka. And we also need to give credit kay Anton kasi ang ganda ng pinapakita ni Anton Raga, giving his 100%. Well, both players are giving 100 here. Pero yun nga, hindi natin syempre mapapanalunan ang mga laban araw-araw. May kailangang manalo at may isa syempreng matatalo. So, ganun talaga ang buhay, guys. 'Di ba? Alam naman na natin yan. Anyways, here comes Carlo Biado looking to get his 40th rack with this break presented by Andy Premier. Art Valentine, happy viewing. Well, yeah, we might have a fourth. For all we know, we might have a fourth.
It can happen. Again,
It can happen. Raga versus Shane.
I mean, come on, again.
Yeah.
No one really expected Shane Van Boening to have another three-man tour, and then for Earl Strickland to suddenly say, wait, what about me? So again, just a quick reminder. So kay Neil Acuna, this is again a race to 63. So today is the final day of action, and of course we hope that, we'll be having some other great games, some great matches coming up.
One ball. Option.
Oh,
One ball. Corner.
Okay, so we have given a warning. May kakayanan kami ditong mag-ban ng mga viewers. So kung patuloy pa rin ng ganyan, wala kaming ibang pwedeng gawin. Kung hindi, mag-block ng isang viewer dito. Anyways,
we'll see what Carlo Biado has planned with this one ball and the cue.
Called
in
the
that
side.
angle. Oh, back shot. Yeah, that seems like a logical choice. Oh, he might be playing safe actually.
yeah, pero nagdalawang isip ulit, no? Instead of attacking the one, he just tried to play safe.
It's fine. Yan si Kelvin, sabi niya, just got home. Food, coma. Kelvin, again, dude, whatever the heck you were eating, you should have shared it with me and AJ. Yun lang ang sagot doon, di ba?
Sarap naman ng kalagayan ngayon ni Kelvin. Nanonood na ng Sharks, busog pa ang tiyan, nakahiga pa sa bahay. Grabe naman.
Some guys have all the luck, no, partner? Oh, look at that.
Eight ball.
Well, okay, a 7-10.
Ten ball. Tension.
10 being called to the corner as a combination. Here we go. Carlo Biado, 7 Gs kombinasyon. Oh, 7, kahit man mahulog yung 7, option pa rin yun ni Anton.
Mm-hmm. True.
You gotta feel for Carlo. Kasi ako
I
rin
do.
kahit sa badminton, kung di man ako masyadong nakakapag-compete sa billiards, sa badminton kasi ganun kapag hindi mo makuha talaga yung laro mo, it's really a pain.
It's frustrating.
Very frustrating.
Frustrating. I mean, I know that Carlo is just such a class guy that he's able to manage his emotions, but I know deep inside he must be. I don't know. If I were Carlo, I'd probably be kicking myself.
Yeah,
Kicking myself, like
manghirap,
wondering
manghirap.
what is wrong with you, and then I'd probably be throwing all the dirty words at myself, but
Diba?
because of frustration. But we feel him. That's why. Again, lots of respect for Carlo Biado for really coming out and still willingly playing despite his own struggle here.
On the other hand, Anton now at 59.
Only 4 out. Only 4 out, right?
Yes, 4 na lang po dito to close the deal. Anton Raga will be breaking on the next, looking to get another one. And of course, the third encounter pagbalik dito ni SVB, it's with LVC, Levan Corteza, the Slayer, against the South Dakota Kid. Battle Siege 3 coming soon, only here at Sharks, the Mecca of Pool. Mark Lester Parilla, this is a race to 63. Kaya 4 na lang dito para kay Anton to close the deal. Yep, Charles Bames, binawarningan po namin lahat ng mga viewers dito na mga pangit ang sinasabi. Kaya 1 click away lang mga yan. Huwag kayong mag-alala. Anyways, here comes Anton looking for another one. That break is presented by Andy Premier.
Safety.
Kung kanina napanayam natin ang better half ni Anton Ragan, now we have Nikki Biado, ang asawa po ni Carlo. Magandang gabi sa iyo, Nikki. It's been a while.
Good evening to everyone who is watching right now.
Ayan, at kamusta naman ang kondisyon ngayon ni Carlo, Nikki?
Medyo okay naman siya, kaya lang hindi pa siya talaga
100%, no? Hindi pa
So,
eh.
kung
Halata
makikita mo
naman
kasi
eh.
sa mga laro niya talagang
Nagsastruggle pa rin, no?
Oo, struggle pa rin.
In a total ba, ilang months ba siya na lay off sa pagbibilyar?
Almost 1 month ata eh.
Almost 1 month. O, diba? Ay, sorry. Ayan. Ayan, at so, paano ba? Nung habang nagre-recover siya, nakakapag-practice naman ba siya kahit papano?
Siguro, medyo masakit kasi nung nagpa-practice siya. So, pinipilit lang niya. Pero, basta ang importante yung makatumbok siya eh.
Oo.
Yun yung inaano
Oo,
niya.
yung kumbaga maintenance, no, hindi mawala yung pulso.
pero hindi pa rin siya makapag-focus na 50 racks a day yung target niya kasi.
Ilang
50
racks? 50 racks at least. Maintenance yan,
Oo,
di ba?
yun, maintenance.
Wow, guys, ngayon nalaman natin na 50 racks a day at least ang kailangang ma-practice, 'di ba? With or without competition, kailangan talaga makapag-practice, 'di ba? So hindi niya nagampanan 'yon while nagre-recover siya. Pero kahit papaano konti-konti lang, no, makapagtumbok-tumbok lang.
Kahit ngayon hindi pa rin siya nakakapag 50 racks.
Hindi na nakakapagod ba sa kanya? Medyo nakakaramdam siya ng konting pagod, ganyan, no?
Ganon.
So what more sa gantong long race na, 'di ba?
Pero okay lang yan. Magandang practice yan para
Oo, sa
sa
mga
big
malalaking tournaments. O yun. So, do you have any message para sa mga fans ni Carlo Biado?
Diyan, sa mga fans ni Carlo, thank you sa mga nagsusupport sa kanya. Tsaka sa Sharks, thank you din sa pag-invite kay Carlo. And sa mga fans din ni Anton, thank you din sa inyo lahat. Kasi kung hindi dahil sa inyo, walang ganito. Yan.
Yun. Sa mga fans ni Carlo, di ba may may YouTube channel si Carlo Biado?
Yung YouTube namin, so na-stop din yon dahil nga sa surgery niya.
Oo.
So, pasensya na din guys. So, sana continuous kayo mag-watch pa rin ng mga videos niya kasi maraming demand kayo matututunan din sa mga
Yes.
niya.
Kahit ako, lagi nanonood din dyan.
Ayan, thank you.
Official channel
Carlo
ng
Biado TV Official.
Carlo Biado TV Official sa YouTube. Ayan, sabi ni Daisy Blancaflor, hi Nix. Ayan, bakit lang mo si Madam
Hi,
Daisy?
Sa US yan yung mga friends namin.
Sa US. Okay, so yun po ang tinig ng wife ni Carlo Biado, si Nikki Biado. Maraming salamat sa oras mo, Nikki. And as always, we're glad na nakikita namin yung suporta ng mga asawa ng mga players natin.
Yes.
Diba? Total support sila dito sa kanilang mga mga
kanilang
hobbies.
Mabuting mga, yeah.
Yes.
So again, just a quick heads up, guys, for those who might not have understood. Yeah. So again, that was the wife of Carlo Biado, Nikki, who basically related her experience that Carlo is still recovering from the surgical procedure that he had, and the target is he was supposed to go like 50 racks a day.
Yes.
But post surgery he couldn't even get to that target because they were trying to gradually improve his endurance because of course but anyway, yeah, so that and of course if you want to support the official channel, it's Carlo Biado TV Official.
Yes.
That's the official channel if you want to support. And like she said, that it even got to the point that they paused releasing new content on their channel precisely because they were so focused on him just recovering. After the operation. Because again, I know family members who've gone through an operation like that and operations like that, and oftentimes it's a big deal. I'm not sure we're at liberty to disclose exactly what happened, what the kind of operation he had.
Yes, so tinanong ko na rin kay Carlo. Basta sa mga followers ni Carlo Biado, mukhang alam niyo na yung kalagayan niya sa kanyang Facebook dahil nagpo-post siya about it.
Yeah, so I would assume that it would be best to check their official channels, the official Facebook and YouTube channels for the answer. It's not something that we feel we have the right to disclose at this point. I get you're all concerned. I get you're all curious, but of course, I think it would be best that their official channels be the one to provide that information.
Exactly, that's right. At yan, well said there, Canon. And look at this, 60 racks for Anton the Dragon Raga.
3 away. Oh my
3 away.
goodness.
Yep.
3 away.
Well, yun nga, Vincent Ang, like we said, you just better check his official Facebook kung sakaling nandun yung information that you need.
Yes, I believe, yeah. I mean, they have, actually, I think they might have it on the official YouTube channel also as well.
Yeah.
They might have put out an announcement. It's obviously, I think, people who would be following.
Or he might blog or vlog about it soon.
Yeah, he might. So, again, we'll let them answer that. And speaking of the Black Tiger, well, Carlo Biado will be breaking next, and we'll be right back.
Here we go. Here we go.
Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
I want
Battle Siege 3.
I want me some Slayer, please. Can I have a Slayer with extra fries on top? Partner, please.
Livan Corteza LVC, also known as Ban Ban,
Ban
versus SVB.
Yes, that's right.
Ang sarap big kasi nito, LVC versus SVB.
Well, yeah, again, well, this is going to be very interesting because again, they've not faced off before, as to my
Not
knowledge.
yet, yep.
Not in the one-on-one
Dito
match.
sa Sharks,
yeah,
hindi pa.
Not,
Not
here
yet.
not here on Sharks. So,
Mhm.
for us to have the privilege to see the Slayer and the South Dakota kids square off, this is going to be a very interesting test of the styles there. I mean, you have the much more laid-back style of Livan Corteza against the more fast-paced, more like a full court press style
Ni SVB.
of SVB, and that's going to really test how each player adapts.
We've got Art saying, well, by the way, that break is presented by Andy Premier. I played poker with Livan and he took everyone's lunch money, even Efren's.
Well, you know what? Maybe I should just join Van and say, "Hey, sali kita sa World Poker."
Do you play poker?
No, but I'll put him in. But I'll back him in World Poker if he wants to join.
Oh, look at that. Safety from Anton. Eto na, nagsisimula na naman si Anton na sinusubukan niya makakuha ng ball in hand from here.
Yes, he is. He's going on a fishing expedition.
On the bed in Efren's room at Derby. Sa Derby City Classics, no?
Yes.
Kung saan yan. Sa kwarto pala ni Efren Reyes sila naglaro.
Yun.
He took everyone's lunch money.
Well, why should we be? Why am I not surprised? I'm actually going to be more surprised if he actually was nice enough not to take anyone's lunch money.
And a nice reply.
Wow.
Nicely done. Still hanging on.
Let me reply to that, says Carlo.
Extension.
So he calls the extension, and looks like the Dragon's going to try another one here, a counter save probably. Nice. But he might have left the door open.
Well, he left something. So next ball, of course, is the blue 2. Oh. Did he just call the 10? Well, the 10 ball is hanging right there.
I mean, again, weirder stuff has happened here.
Bank combination. Let's see. And he puts it down.
Oh, he called it.
Uh-oh.
He called it.
Uh-oh. Oh!
Oh my goodness.
Would you look at
Of
that?
all the miserable luck.
Diba? So you really got a feel for the person.
I know deep inside this guy is suffering. I swear. He
Yeah.
is suffering right now.
That was a nice shot, but all of a sudden, binawi ka sa kanya sa ano? Binawi sa kanya kaagad. Diba?
Mapapa, what have I got to do? Ganun ka na lang eh. Oh
It's
my
part of the
goodness.
game. Talagang yung malas nandiyan talaga naman. Wala tayong magagawa dyan.
I don't know how the pool gods are doing it, but they're definitely not giving Carlo an easy time.
Yeah, definitely. Well, he's not out of the woods yet.
Exactly, Kelvin. What the? With 6 question marks. Even I'm trying to figure out what just happened. And now he has to contend with another safety.
7 ball, corner.
And si Darwin, kinulang ng M. Anyways, eto na. Wala pa rin ditong clear run out. Oh.
I if I actually made that attempt, I would not even be close to that. If I were in his same shoes, I probably would have been on the other side of the
You,
table.
my friend, are not alone.
Yes. I'd probably be wondering, wait, where was I going for again? But and now, Anton Raga looking to get down to business with this.
Yeah, very well said, Kelvin. You may want to read this. Our players, amateurs, pro, mapa-pro man, mapa-amateur, they are still human. They win some, they lose some.
Right now, Anton Raga running through this rack with some steely determination in those eyes of his.
Kita mo yung intensity ng kanyang mata.
That's why
Every time he goes down, kita mo yung lisik ng kanyang mata.
I mean, the only other guy who has that kind of death stare is probably Levan Corteza, in my opinion.
Si Livan
Yung kay Levan talagang it's like
pataas yung
Yeah.
angat. Naalala ko sa sa sipat niya.
May parang death stare siya when he's focused on the ball, and I'm like, yeah, Anton's got that death stare too.
Yeah, double checking. He doesn't wanna.
Oh, don't worry. He's making sure to cross everything out.
61 games, 2 to go.
Sabi ni Darwin daw, sana next match daw, Dennis Orcullo and Anton Raga. Oh, that would be good.
Well, alam mo, we've got the whole year.
I
We've
know,
got the whole year.
But I would love to see that. If somebody called and said, maybe I could file leave just so I could do coverage for that match and watch it for free. Maybe I could watch it live.
There you go, guys. 2 racks away for the Dragon to seal the deal. Art, are you referring to Anton and Dennis? Anyways, we're gonna answer after the break. We'll be back, guys. Don't go away.
Secret weapon of champions. Battle tested. Engineered to perfection. The tip of the spear. Core Q-tips. Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
Uncle Earl, Uncle Earl. No matter how many times I see it, I will always respect Uncle Earl by miles and miles and miles.
Nako, marami na akong naiisip na mga pwedeng ipa-signature. Eto na mga kaibigan, ng pagpupunta dito, pagbisita ng isa sa mga very well respected player
Yes.
from since the very beginning ng
Yes.
pag-usbong ng bilyar sa Pilipinas.
Yes.
The Earl the Pearl Strickland has been a household name.
That's right. And we're going to see if what the Pearl has to offer, because again, no other details yet at this time other than we're going to have the Pearl dropping by here at the Mecca and hope that we're going to be treated to something amazing when he's here.
Break.
Breaking to get to the hill. That break is presented by Andy Premier.
And well, Anton Raga now greeted with a dry break, and the Black Tiger trying to see what he can do right here.
Safety. Option.
Ito naman si Junbu Faljorina. Ikaw ba yung nung isang beses nung kumatok ako? Ikaw ba 'yon yung nagmamaneho? Anyways, kamukha daw ng vocalist ng True Faith.
I forget yung name ng vocalist na yan eh.
Tingnan natin.
Si Murphy something. Yeah, basta. Yeah. Kamukha nga eh. Kahit ako rin napatingin ako na eh.
Oo nga, no?
Ay, we just checked out the picture online and okay,
Oo nga.
yes. Basically, I guess maybe that's how he won over his wife. Maybe he did a True Faith song like Perfect. Or what was that other song of theirs? The what's that?
Puro kasi mga remake ay yung mga yung mga napapakinggan ko sa kanila eh.
Yeah. Well,
Anyways.
what I hear are there kapatid daw si Dolly na takot.
Oo, may nagsabi rin.
Yeah,
may
meron
nagsabi.
din. Ako, although I hope if I bring that up with my wife though, she might be at least mildly offended kasi favorite na player siya to.
And we are joined by Kuya Rowel Kasemboy
Ayun.
Chamba.
The rainbow-haired warrior of sharks.
Na kakagaling lang siguro ng Pansol with a bunch of sharks.
You mean the team building capital of the Philippines?
Yes. At yun na nga, sana next time makasama naman ako nang hindi nakatapat sa isang event.
Yun na eh. Yun na.
Chance to get to 40.
And this is for rack number 40. 4-0.
Lumalaban pa rin syempre kahit papano Carlo Biado with 40 racks. Hindi siya papayag ng uuwi ng basta-basta. Syempre.
Nope.
Kailangan pa rin daw paghirapan ni Anton.
He will still do what he has to do. And the thing is, in any kind of fight, if I need someone that's a partner in pool, I will gladly pick him any day.
Ayan, Batangas naman daw next time ba kina Onin. Anyways.
Pwede.
Ayan. Si Carlo Biado po ang susunod na sa Sargo. Wag po kayong alis.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
The veterans Lining versus Kiyamko versus Bustamante.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Really fun,
Yes.
diba? We haven't seen three of our legendary players in a three-man ring game.
Not yet, and especially with these three who have brought honor and glory to the country numerous times over. Well,
Kaya pag, diba, kaya pag sinama-sama mo silang tatlo, talagang salpakan na.
yes.
Alright.
Baka pwede, baka ito yung 2023 version ng Three Kings. Baka ito yung
Three Kings ng Belen. Ano ba, yung
yeah. Or like that, or like the three wise players. Ika nga, very wise. Kasi
Veterano na, syempre.
They've been around and
for
then
quite some time. Anyways, ayan. Ito po, sa darating pong March 14, kung hindi ako nagkakamali. March 14 na po yan. That break is presented by Andy Premier. I want to see Anton Raga versus Fedor Gorst. Sabi naman ni Mike Sanguyo, pwede to sa Maxima na mesa.
Uy! Kahit na anong mesa pa yan, basta.
Feeling ko never pa nakalaro sa Maxima table si Fedor Gorst. Kaya tingnan natin kung paano siya mag-perform doon, di ba?
Yeah.
Regardless, napakagaling ni Fedor. Siya actually yung para sa akin isa sa mga perfect example ng isang true and straight stroke. Sa mga gusto pong mag-umpisang maglaro ng bilyar, ayan, magandang example si Fedor Gorst sa ganon. Very
That's
textbook stroke.
Yan Speaking of which, si Papa Shark ang resident hawk ng Sharks. Malupit yard.
What?
And yes, guys, again, be warned. Papa Shark comes with he's like a what do you call that? Di man black hole. Sasabihin ko sana neutron star.
Hindi ko pala nabasa. Iba naman siya, si Junjun. Iba pa si kanina. Kumatok sa kotse, naka-yellow t-shirt.
Iba yun.
Yes.
Iba yun.
I mean, ako yun, yung kumatok nun.
Yeah.
Ayun, kasi bago umalis sina Anton, bumati ako sa kanila. So anyways, looks to be another rack for the Black Tiger.
Kelvin, why don't you just show that to AJ the next time? It really sounds better when you say it. Just like when you imitate the drunk person and and when you imitate mga Jaime.
Ayan, siya pa rin pala si Junbu Faliorina. Are you related to Mark Faliorina? Si Iron Fist ba siya ang tawag sa kanya? Kasi si yung Iron Legs si Joel Calzado Tama ba? Si
Iron Legs.
Iron Legs
Legs.
si Joel. There you go, guys. A 10 ball for Carlo with 41 now.
Baka sa akin Iron Stomach.
Ande si yan. Si Kelvin yan. Iron Stomach
Iron Stomach.
Si Kelvin. Okay, so syempre hindi pa rin po uuwi ng walang laban si Carlo. Kaya tingnan natin kung makakatungtong na ba sa puro si Anton Raga. We'll be back, so stay with us. Sa mga interesado pong bumili ng accurate table engineered by Rassen Billiards, you can look for Jonathan Sanchez at ito po ang kanyang email address and cell phone number.
Well, 20 racks separates the two, and so far only 2 racks separates Raga from winning it all.
And speaking of separate, Jay Resuma Barcenas, ito yung what separates us from other platforms. Yung kami dito yung nagbigay, nagpakilala ng push out or safety format.
Yes.
Kasi sabi niya dito, sana next time naman yung pwede na yung break and run out. So yun, that's it. Yun lang naman din para hindi siya masyadong predictable. Kasi kung alam mo kaagad sa umpisa kapag magandang sargo ni player A,
yes,
parang alam mo na kung sino yung mananalo doon. Pero kapag sumargo ka, open layout, hindi ka pa sigurado.
Yeah.
Diba? So, nandun yung excitement.
Yeah. At saka kasi, think about it. Style kasi talaga ng American players especially is, yung break and run.
Yep.
That's really their style.
Yeah.
And if you allow that format, then usually they have a winner. Whereas if you make it more like defensive play here, it levels the playing field just a bit more because now you're really forced to think.
ito, parang let's just put it this way. Sa traditional 10-ball, 9-ball game na may break and run out, kung sino yung lamang sa sargo, yun yung mananalo. Doon natin makikita yung mananalo.
Yes.
Dito sa gantong klaseng format, kung sino yung ganadong mag-isip, siya
Yes.
ang magwawagi.
Let's take again example. Exhibit A. Baseth Mukaibat versus Chang Junlin.
Diba? We,
Baseth.
a lot of us didn't expect.
No, we didn't
Diba?
expect Baseth to literally go in there and eat
And-
Chang Junlin for breakfast,
Yes.
lunch, and dinner. Sabi ko,
Oo.
wait. 21-6 on the first day? Sabi ko.
Diba? So, we expected na, na somewhere na neck to neck. Diba?
Yes.
Alam naman natin kaya ni Baseth si Chang Junglin. Hindi naman natin tinapat siya kay Chang nang hindi natin alam na kaya naman niya.
Yes.
So, nagulat lang tayo na ganun yung naging scoreline nila.
Exactly.
From day one pa lang, ang laki na ng nilamang
Yep.
ni Kingpin.
That's right. Oh, look at this. And Luis Antisdale also joining us. So, good morning to you, Luis. Great to see you joining us here as well, all the way from Sweet Home, Alabama. Great to see you tuned in.
Thank you for tuning in.
And now we are going to see if Carlo Biado can take advantage of that little cluster there.
You are very welcome, Jay Resuma Barcenas. Once again, thank you for tuning in.
Again, partner, I think this goes to one of my philosophies when I started this job. My philosophy is that an educated fan is a better fan.
Mhm.
And if we educate the fans like this, like explaining the situation, when they better understand the situation, they become better fans as well.
Yes, tama ka doon. Kaya, yun kasi, di ba, nung time na nirelease natin yung gantong format,
Yes.
maraming nag-react eh. Ba't ganyan? Hindi, balik nyo. Ano ba yan? Baduy.
Yeah,
ganyan,
exactly.
ganyan.
Oh, marami.
So,
Marami
you
talaga.
gotta see the beauty in it
Yes.
bago mo siya talaga ma-appreciate.
It's also the same thing like when jump shots first came out. I mean, everyone was wondering, wait.
What? Jumping over a ball? That's like cheating.
Yeah, I mean, my dad's from that
From
from that school. Oh,
okay.
and I totally get it, and even Efren's from that school. But at the same time, my take on it is, you know what, to manage it because it is a potent weapon. Do this. Let's limit the number of jump shots you can take.
Mhm.
Reserve them for when you need them the most, and then from there, well, we'll see.
Oh, just to answer Ikaw Pipa's question here for Alex Carpio. Baka ang ibig sabihin ni Alex is serye. Serye. Siguro.
Yes.
Kung yung serye or level ng play.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Yep. Rolando Garcia, the Hunter, is with us.
Ah,
Shout
yes.
out.
Aba.
Ayan, si Rolando
Ano na ba siya?
Garcia.
Tapos na ba siya Tapos na ba siya
Mag-hunt?
mag-hunting? tapos na mga ngaso?
Ayan.
Nagpapahinga na ba yung mga ngaso natin? Ayan.
Mukhang kagaling lang sa pagbatak si si Champ. Ayan, siguro galing sa hard times or somewhere
Pwede.
na
Aba,
nag-money game siya siguro.
Baba.
Kaya ngayon may oras ng manood at sumilip sa kaganapan dito sa laban ni Carlo Biado and Anton Raga.
That's right.
61 games to 41.
Right. And I will agree with XGamer12 saying Baseth should have more matches. Yes,
Yes,
please.
indeed.
Yes, please. I actually want him to take on more international players to really see how how cerebral he is when he takes on other players. Kasi what ang style talaga ni Baseth is he's kind of a he likes actually being a counter player in terms of he likes to play the opposing style. He likes to play the opposing style that of a player. He likes to play a counter style. Parang ganun ang ano niya. He likes to play in a way that he knows it's a style that you're gonna have difficulties with.
Mhm.
He tries to play in a manner that it will cause you to struggle.
Ayun.
And to be fair, I mean, with Chang Chun-Lin, for instance, he basically said, all right, you want to play safety battle? Let's do this.
Yeah, he loves the chess game part of this this game. Yung isipan talaga, yung gagamitin
Exactly.
talaga yung wits to win.
Exactly. And you're so right, Kelvin. Carlo Biado, shoe in for the Hall of Fame. I'm sure that he will join the ranks of Django, of Bata, of Amang Parika, and even Dennis Orculio in possibly the BCA Hall of Fame based on how I'm seeing it.
Hearthstone saying shoutout po kay Kabuto. Well, si Roland Garcia naman si Kabuto. Ang kasama po natin ngayon dito sa Facebook ay si Rolando the Hunter Garcia.
Yep.
Magkatunog din kasi yung pangalan.
Yun nga eh.
Wala.
They just need an O. They just
May
need
O
an
lang
O.
si Hunter.
Yes.
Ayan.
And
Anyways,
speaking of which, it looks like
he's on the hill.
the Dragon just a game away from sealing the deal.
So, ito, bisitahin natin yung nangyari kanina. He went for maybe, that was a bank, I think, a bank attempt, but it opened up.
Yep.
So, there you go, guys. On the hill, looking to seal the deal. Anton Raga just needs one more. Eto sabi ni Floyd Fuentes, di ba? Baka lang baka magkaroon tayo ng fourth. We do not know.
You don't know?
Baka mangyari yan.
Things can happen.
Baka mangyari yan. So
Things
guys,
happen.
we'll be back and let's see if Carlo still tries to hang on kasi isa na lang po rito para kay Anton.
This is a new world of pool. Home of legends. A battleground where top contenders from around the world gather to become champions. A stepping stone for rising stars to prove they have what it takes to rank among the best. Welcome to Sharks.
And of course, partner, before we potentially end this one-on-one battle, let's acknowledge the presence of Dusty Tables, Elaine Supkis, Trish Durbin, the TSS gang,
Yes, that's right.
the Sharks Shiver.
Yes, they are.
Ayan, we are joined by Russell Donegan, Dusty Tables. Hi there.
Yes.
Mga regular viewers natin.
Yeah.
Ayan,
They
sa
are
YouTube Live.
They are our they are like our American contingent, so to speak.
Yep. Always supporting us here, whether it's a pro event or an amateur event.
Yeah.
They always see to it that they tune in.
Yep. And so we are headed towards what could be the last rack, but again, a lot can happen.
Life is a box of chocolate. You'll never know what you'll get, says Kelvin.
Unless it's a typical, unless it's those other boxes of chocolates that say explicitly what it is.
There you go. That break is presented by Andy Premier. Will this be our last rack? Well, let's find out.
Safety.
Sabi naman ni Darwin dito, di ko pa nakikitang ngumiti si Anton. Kahit sa picture, seryoso pa rin. Alam mo, hindi ko rin siya masisisi dahil gutom yung bata. Gutom yung player.
Yes, yes.
Gutom in terms of achievements. Nakikita ko sa kanya, it's oozing
Yes.
kay Anton Raga na ano talaga, gustong-gusto niyang makapunta ng ibang bansa, makagawa ng pangalan sa kanyang sarili, and of course, mabigyan ng karangalan ang ating bansa through him.
Bro, yeah.
'Di ba?
I mean, I guess that's him, yeah.
Kaya yun, laging seryoso dahil he really takes this game very
Oh,
seriously.
don't worry. If people want to see just how funny or how enjoyable he can get, let's remind them of that time that he teamed up with Nino Mulak.
Who?
We're talking about Carlo, right?
We're talking about Anton Raga.
Anton Raga, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I want to see him team up with Nino Mulak, like what happened with Carlo Biado. Because when Carlo Biado teamed up with Nino Mulak in in that Scotch doubles match. It was hilarious.
Nag-enjoy naman din siya. So si Carlo naman sabi niya, ay si Nino Mulak sabi niya, nice, makaka-partner ko ang idol ko sa bilyar. Si Carlo naman sabi, nice dahil makaka-partner ko yung idol ko sa komedya.
Yon. Yes.
Yun.
Kaya tawa lang siya ng tawa buong match. Parang hindi makapag game face Doon ako natawa, sabi ko. Hindi yata makapag game face
Si Carlo.
Si Carlo ngayon sabi ko. Hindi yata hindi may labas ang poker face na yan. Sorry. No poker face today. And by the way, good luck to you, Dusty. I believe you'll be attending a local 9-ball tournament. So
Good luck to you, Russell.
break a leg, my good man. Break a leg. Not your cue stick, maybe your leg.
Okay, more power to you guys. And okay, 2 balls away. Biado on his way to his 42nd rack.
Winner, Carlo Biado.
He's not going home without a fight, guys. That's for sure.
Go home quietly? What do you mean quietly? I think that's
Nope.
not his thing.
Oh, kumbaga kahit na nakapin down siya, kung yung isang kamay niya nakakawala pa rin, sinusubukan pa rin niyang sumasapak, nag-jab pa rin yan. No?
Yeah.
Kahit nakapin down sa ground.
Yeah. Still kicking, fighting, and scratching as if to say, nah, you're not. Yeah, you haven't won yet. Not just yet.
That's right. Happy viewing to Manny Argonza.
Aba.
See you
Si Boss
soon.
Manny.
See you on Tuesday,
Hello,
Manny.
Boss Manny. Yes. Great. Always great to see him. And now, Anton Raga looking to close it out here. Can he get it done? Well, we'll find out right after this quick break.
Secret weapon of champions. Battle tested. Engineered to perfection. The tip of the spear. Cool Q-tips. Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
Raga on the hill. Biado still fighting his way to possibly reach the score of 62 for a hill. Well,
That's
it's
right.
not impossible, but of course, alam naman natin, mahirap gawin yan,
Yeah.
pero walang imposible.
We cannot just count it out. I mean, it is huge. It is quite a lead, but again, stranger things have happened, and let's just wait until the final 9-ball goes down before
Yes.
we say anything.
Make that the 10 ball.
10-ball in this case, yes. In this case, the final 10. Whoever drops the
Alright.
last 10 is it.
So mga pahabol na shout out para sa inyo kung sakasakaling gusto nyo pang ma-acknowledge namin kayo dito sa Facebook or YouTube. Monk Apple tuning in. Happy viewing.
Break.
The Argonza isms, I don't know. That's for Boss Manny to say, because those are his Argonza isms, and that break, by the way, brought to you by Andy Billiard Cloth.
So clear look at the one, so he can play safe. It's either that he puts the 1 ball up table or the cue ball up table, or sideways. There you go. But he has left a piece. Si ano to? Michelle Gonzalez. Good evening. Shout out din kina Rona Abapo and Zion Mitchell Gonzalez from the city of Talisay, Cebu.
Yeah, basta pag Talisay, basta Cebu, I always think, where is my kilo of danggit? Where is my kilo of danggit? I want that.
So, do I need to go downstairs, Eric? Or baka naman joke time yan. Wag naman sanang na-tow yung motor ko.
Yeah, we'll find out soon enough.
Is this an open shot? Yep. Open shot here. And this could be it. Shout out nga po kay paring PJ Agpalza habang uminom ng Red Horse. Sabi ni
Oh.
Jess Hardy Silorio. Sana all. So eto na guys, this could be it. This could be the final touch of this Battle of Fangs kontra Pelo. So according sa isa sa mga viewers natin kanina, may nagsabi na dati kasi lamang si Carlo syempre sa serye, kaya kung ipagsusumahin natin yung pagkapanalo ni Carlo over Anton, mas maraming panalo si Carlo. So
Oo.
ngayon may nagsabi kanina dito, naalala ko lang na baka ito na nga rin yung umpisa ni Anton na talagang umusbong yung kanyang pagkagaling.
Ayun, oo. Oo naman.
Di ba?
Oo naman. Ay, nako. Si Joe Pao pala, nangungumusta. Hey, Joe Pao.
Ay. Si Joe Pao Jose Haen.
Oo.
Look at this.
Oh, look at that safety. Ay, ay, ay.
Nicely placed. Perfect speed. Nice touch.
Yep.
Kahit na he's 20 games down, he's still producing quality stuff.
He's still not calling it a day by any means.
That's
And
right.
That's a foul. Ooh. And looks like he managed to fish another foul. Good job there.
Gets ball in hand. Ian Espina from Dubai. Happy viewing. From Karkar City, Cebu, si Melodina Gelay Melodina, pati kay Raul Adueso. Magandang gabi po sa inyo. Looks like another one here. And Jess, this is AJ Ong with Canon Dairit. Ito na ang G's para kay Carlo Biado to get his 43rd. There you go.
And Carlo Biado picks up number 43.
The cutie Sharky.
Again, I'll never understand where he got that. Basta ang tatawagin ko kay Kelvin moving forward is Binondo Fats.
What? Kasi may Minnesota fans.
Minnesota Fats. And it's Minnesota Fats. So we'll call him Binondo Fats. He's from Manila. And by the way, Carlo Biado will be back right after this.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Available at Hard Time Sports Bar.
Sakto yung pagpasok ni Eckert Gayeta. Magandang gabi sa'yo dahil hindi mo pa nakikita yung end neto dahil si Anton nasa puro na, pero Carlo Biado still hanging on with 43 racks.
Yun. And Joe Felformon saying, wow, new table looks good. Namiss ko manood ng Sharks. Well, thank you for watching. And yes, that is our official table now. The Acura tables engineered by Rason Billiards. And yun, to Eckhart Gayeta, thank you so much for sending 15 Saudi Arabian Rials.
Ooh,
Tama ba?
yung pala yung SAR. Thank you
Yes.
very much.
Ayan. Oh, and look at this. Greeting us online. He is, look at, it's Gary Alfonso Arago.
Alfonso talaga.
Yes,
Chef Gary.
Chef Gary
Yan.
Alfonso Arago.
Si
Well,
Chef
depending on the season, it could be Gary Johnny Arago
Mhm.
or pwedeng Gary Jack Arago.
Pwedeng Alfonso since best friend niya si Mr. Alfonso.
Oo, si Alfonso, the first of his kind, so to speak. And by the way, that break brought to you by Andy Billiard Cloth.
Safety.
Oh, no, that's gone.
Ooh. Well,
Ayan.
from... Okay, ito may lowest numbered balls to 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, looks like Anton Raga.
Oh, I knew it.
Yeah.
He's gonna go for this one.
Well, I mean, it's there.
Yeah, it's of course tempting.
Yeah, so all he has to do is just line it up perfectly,
Line it up
and
perfectly.
he'll be fine, and he'll be done with this.
That's right. And this is the end, guys. He has won against Carlo Biado, the Dragon. Anton Raga, congratulations to you.
And fantastic job by this man right here as the Dragon, proving that he has the fangs to get it done.
Ayun, yung pangil ng dragon ang nagwagi ngayon, mga Sharkanatics. Maraming salamat po sa inyong patuloy na suporta.
Ayun. Ngumiti na nga pala, no?
Ngumiti na rin sa
Ngumiti
wakas.
oh,
Ayan,
ano.
sabi ni
Finally,
Kelvin.
that smile was brought to you by Happy Toothpaste.
What? That's much brought to you by winning against Carlo Biado.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, thank you again for tuning in and watching this match. And so I guess in a moment we'll be packing up and having the guys tune in tomorrow. I think I'll be opening a shop, by the way, tomorrow.
Okay,
So,
guys. Ayan na nga. So, bukas, wag niyo pong kalimutang manood ng 10-man ring game. Canon will be opening the shop.
well, actually, I think we're going to have. Isn't it? Don't we have Top Guns tomorrow, though? Isn't it Top Guns and then the
Well,
10-man
could
ring
be.
game?
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's our usual lineup. But anyway, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. So I guess this is the Great White Shark Cannon Diary.
And of course, this is AJ Ong, and it's safe to say, guys, we'll be seeing each other on the next one. Goodbye.